Yo, yo, testing, testing.
以和为贵，以和为贵嘛。
Testing, testing. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Hey guys, Mr. Bookie here. I finally sorted out the whatever I need to sort out for OBS, right? So I think we should be good to go. If there's any issues that comes up in the stream, then we'll deal with it as it goes. Because hopefully, I want to get this out settled before. Alright, I think we're fine. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically just like my test run before the Saturday's stream, because I want to be fully integrated into OBS. And yeah, so whoever that is here with us today on a beautiful Wednesday evening, then you guys are basically the limit testers, right, for the stream today. So I'm just gonna be doing Simulated Universe. Did the stream crash? I hope not. Is the stream dead? Is the stream dead? I don't think so. Yeah. Let me know if the stream is dead. But from what I see over here, it looks good. Alright. Huge is your net. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So basically, this is like a test stream for the future stream I'm going to be doing on Saturday. I'm basically moving to OBS instead of Streamlabs. That's why I was doing all sorts of configuration just now earlier, a few hours back, right? Just to get everything sorted. Because I'm really such a huge tech boomer. I don't really know how any of this stuff works. And okay, this chat box is a little bit way too big. Yeah, let me just move it down a little bit. Okay, yeah. But I'm basically configuring stuff. I didn't even know how to get the desktop audio and all that kind of stuff. So now we've pretty much got it settled, and I think we should be good to go for Saturday, right? But this is just gonna be me doing some Simple Universe. If you guys want to chat with me, so be it. And Blitz. Okay, that's another issue, right? Because I can't see the notifications for followers in OBS. Okay, I'll just get that sorted another day then. But thanks for the follow. Yeah, just super chill. We're not really grinding out anything, and stream is not dead. Yo, yeah, yo, thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the support. My hard work and preparation for stuff. Yo, thanks for appreciating it. Streamlabs, I hate you. Alright. The thing with Streamlabs is let me lower my laptop. The thing with Streamlabs is what I found is at first it was really easy to use as a new streamer because I started with Streamlabs, right? So like a lot of their user interface was I think more intuitive compared to OBS, because I think OBS is like the whole UI and everything looks way more complicated, so I was a little bit like turned off by that. And then Streamlabs just looked to me a little bit more friendly. But as I get into more and more into using Streamlabs, I realized that I think it's not as customizable as OBS. As for example, OBS is like it's run by all kind of people, right? There's like a user supported, all that kind of stuff, and you can offer some plugins, which is really good. And for Streamlabs, if you want to use a lot of their features, you have to buy the Streamlabs Ultra, which I think it's like $180 a year or something, and I'm not prepared to spend that amount of money because after all, I don't really want to be like super all into like streaming yet, you know. So this is basically still just a hobby for me, and yeah, I think OBS pretty much satisfied that. As long as I understand how OBS works, then I think it should be no issue, right? But I'm still gonna need some time to adjust to everything. Looks a bit lower quality. Yeah, I switched to OBS. If it's lower quality, I think it's not because of the... It's not because of the... what you call it? Platform. I think it's just because of the actual video thing. Let me see if I can actually adjust this, because... resolution, custom... Oh! Okay, no, that's definitely not it. Default, okay. This should look better, right? I don't really want it to be too sharp. Okay, I think this should look better. Yeah, we'll see how it goes as we go on into the stream. Okay, let's carry on. Yo guys, sup. No need to invest. Save Discord. Is it not scary to show my face? I think, yeah, I get that some people find it a little bit scary to expose your face, right? Because I think a lot of HSR content creators, I think very little people actually show their face. Actually, now that I think of it, who actually shows their face in HSR content creation? Is there even anyone that shows their face? I have no idea, honestly. Most content creators, they just use like, what you call it, VTubers, right? They use VTubers, they use JPEGs to represent their avatar, like MVocity, Xcode, OKCode, XList, Timaeus. Not a lot of people actually show their face, which I guess, now that you mentioned, I just noticed it, right? But I think there's a very stark contrast to, I guess, the games I play, because before playing Star Rail, I play a lot of other games, right? Such as, I was really into Monster Hunter, I was really into StarCraft. If anybody actually hear any StarCrafters in the chat, you guys can say, because I was really into StarCraft, and a lot of streamers, like in or not even just StarCraft, right? Hearthstone also, right? They always show their face. So now that you mentioned that StarCraft content creators don't show their face, yeah, it's actually quite true. I just noticed it today. Interesting. Let me bring the chat. Oh yeah, popular guys like Tecton and M-Cash, but they're not really HSR content creators, right? They're basically like general gaming content creators, just stream every single game because they're like so freaking invested. So yeah, just putting themselves out there. For insecurity, the threat of someone recognizes the persona, but you keep going on for a long time, just screams, I think I'm ugly. Whoa. It's a little bit. What time is it now? 10:45 PM. Okay. Now it's the deep talk hours, I guess. Getting a VTuber or forum costs at least $1,000. Yeah. I've heard that the VTubers, they're definitely not cheap, I would say. But I think some of the VTubers are like really well done. Like for example, I think XAlice and OKCode's VTuber, oh my god, they're superb. Like really superb. And if I could get a VTuber like that, I honestly don't mind, but they probably spend like tens of thousands of dollars on it. Like especially Xcode. Like I think someone told me before, like in my Discord, Xcode spends like at least 10 grand on his VTuber with all the clothes changing kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a ton of money invested. Why get a VTuber model when Poki is? No, I'm not. Yo, the stream is 20 FPS. Okay, wait. Why is this the case? Is it due to the bitrate? Output. Oh, it's just him? Okay. Do let me know if my stream is screwed up, right? If it's me, then I want to go and fix it, because after all, it is for the viewing pleasure. Stream good? Okay, huge. Made a video with Clara and Luocha, only sim the universe is crazy how good and great. Yeah, I think Clara and Luocha and Yuko, right, it's like a ridiculously good team comp. I honestly would want to make a video of it eventually, but unfortunately my account doesn't have Clara, so I can't really feature it that much. But I've already seen players literally just using these 3 units, like with Clara, Yukong and Luocha, right? 3 units and they can clear MOC 10, and it's not say like a super high investment in Lego Blue Team, like it's literally all E0 with like mediocre gear and they can clear MOC 10. Granted it takes a while, but 3 men clears, that's how ridiculous Luocha and Clara is. Because Clara's counter attacks, it procs Luocha's heal, and every time Clara counter attacks, it doesn't consume the buff given by Yukong, right? So it's like a super good 3-man combo that I think is, yeah, if I had Clara I'll definitely play, but unfortunately I'm just not that good. Really like your videos. Hey, yo, thanks Charisma. Thanks for your handsome Asian face. No. I think I'm alright. I think I'm quite alright. Most content creators are super serious theory casters. Show their faces. I see. Unfortunately, I don't really follow Genshin that much. I never really got into Genshin, so I know there is this one guy, Erotic Walrus. He's one of the guys that I did a talk show with. I think a few weeks back. Like, he invited me to his channel because he mainly did Genshin content, and then he invited me one day to talk. Yeah, he also showed his face, and I think he's like a very nice guy, very chill. Probably just a hard what I say, HSR community, right? Yo, Narakumaji, thanks for the follow. You have a whole collection of tank tops, yo. I actually do have a whole collection of tank tops. I think I have at least 5, maybe more than that. Yeah, but it's Singapore, you know. Singapore is really hot, so it's not like I want to flex or anything, but this weather is just tank top worthy. Would you build Himeko speed boot plus attack rope or attack boot plus ER rope? I have, honestly, if I could answer this, I would, but I have never ever done any research into Himeko, right? So I don't really want to give off false information. But since you've already mentioned, right, just taking a look at Himeko's kit, I think how she works is because her follow-up attacks triggers whenever you weakness break an enemy. So by that of itself, Himeko doesn't need to be really fast to deal damage. So if I was gonna build Himeko, just by looking at a kit, but this is really just like at a super face value, no research, no theory graph whatsoever, I would build her with attack rope and maybe attack rope, maybe ER rope, depending on what's her thresholds, but definitely attack boots, right? That's just at a face value, but we're gonna need to do more research on that just to be conclusive, so I don't really want to give the wrong idea, but yeah. Substats over sets or no? Nah, I think main stats is gonna be the most important factor because, like I see over here, right, my Silver Wolf, the sets really, I really want to get the genius set, but it's just idiots what it is. So I just try to get the main stats. I want a speed main stat, I want a crit rate, and this really just doesn't matter. And I just wanted to fill up this piece because this piece, holy shit, this guard piece has like an insane crit value. And it's on a guard piece, right? So at this point, I'm just gonna take it because it is what it is, right? If God want to give you this 30% crit value at +9, then I'm just gonna use this shit. So yeah, main stats is always gonna be a main priority though. Yo, Joel Wang, yo, thanks for the support. How good is the light dark team that you talked about in the Yukong video? Am I gonna I'm gonna make a video on that eventually, but my biggest priority right now is actually getting out CN unit analysis for Qingque. I've been working pretty hard for Qingque for the past couple of days. Okay, maybe not couple of days, but at least like 1 or 2 days. Because I think with rising, because of this Yukong's banner, right, there's a lot more people being able to pull like an E4 or an E6 Qingque, and her use is really starting to rise up. So hopefully I get this Qingque video out before Friday, hopefully, and then Friday, Saturday, I'm just gonna do the usual MOC, my MOC progression with the viewer account stream, all that kind of stuff. Then light dark team as well as the maybe Clara team. Okay, maybe not Clara team because I don't have Clara, but the light dark team, I'm definitely gonna get into it the following week. So that's that. Yeah, I think Qingque is like super. I think at first she's not that well noticed because number one, it's really hard to pick up items since she was not on any raid up, and number two, most people probably put Sile, and if you put Sile, I don't think anybody would want to raise Qingque, right? But with Luocha's banner, and you can now get E4 and E6 Qingque, and E4 and E6 is her strongest islands, right? Her damage really starts to scale, and she starts to not become so skill point intensive, right? As well as energy intensive. So yeah, I think Qingque is gonna be a really fun topic to discuss, but honestly, she's one of the most difficult units that I have to discuss just because of how her probability works, right? But it is what it is, and we'll just take a look into it as we go into the future. Game audio is a bit loud. Okay, let me just change this real quick. Thanks for the feedback. Let's get this to 2. And then we can bring this up, right? Okay. Mr. Poke, is the Screwroom set truly useless? I don't understand the 2-piece, and what does it give that give the 60% crit for the first attack? Screwlum set. I believe you're talking about the crit damage set. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look at this over here. The crit damage set is the celestial differentiator. Okay. Increase wearer's crit damage by 16% when it reaches 120%. Crit rate increase by 60% until the end of the next attack. Honestly, I think this piece is it needs serious rework. I believe, like maybe MiHoYo designed this with the intention of giving it to like Yanqing, right, or people that doesn't really require crit ratio that much. Like you can only scale off crit damage. The only person that I can see utilizing this piece is Bronya, right? Because Bronya is the only unit in the game that only cares about crit damage, right? Even if she doesn't get the 60% crit at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's 60% crit damage, and Bronya is the only one that can really make use of this. Anyone else, I think you cannot just stack crit damage alone. You definitely need some sort of crit rate, and this secondary line is just so niche that I really don't see any content because it only literally lasts one round unless you're doing like some literal meme like one ultimate one hit kill. If not, I just don't see this working unless MiHoYo trying to like change this into like okay, wait, let me bring this up a little bit. Okay, maybe they change this instead of like 60% until the end of the first attack. Maybe this can be like Yanqing's light cone where they refresh like maybe after every 2 or 3 attacks. Then I think this can see some use, but as it is right now, really the only person that can make use of this is just Bronya. So unfortunate as it is, it is just what it is, you know. Why not use it on Bronya? Because my Bronya, wait, I didn't even notice it was on ER. Was it on ER? I didn't even notice it. Oh shit, you're right. Wait, this is actually an insane piece for Bronya. ER plus crit damage. What's the orb though? Okay, the orb is like absolutely rubbish, right? But yo, this is actually a decent, like a solid piece for Bronya, not gonna lie. Thanks for bringing it up. Anna, okay, yep, you're Anna. Thanks for bringing up Anna. I don't want to roll it now because, as you can see, I am absolutely broke. 100,000 left. Literally have no money. Because, I mean, since we're all here, right, I don't mind talking a little bit about this. Is that I'll be taking part in the Timaya's PvP, where he basically hosted the MOC competition or something like that, right? Let me check out his channel and I think I can just show you guys real quick on what I'm talking about. Essentially, where is it? Okay, slides, let's see. Okay. So essentially, what I'm talking about is this over here. Basically, oh shit, Tyler One's face. Yeah, I was watching Tyler One's video, don't mind me. Yeah, I'm talking about this. So, Timaya is hosting this $1,000 MOC tournament. And yeah, I'm taking part in this thing. So, I really need to build this off-meta units. If not, we're just not going to win, right? So, I've been focusing all my money, all my stamina into raising essentially Shu-sang, and that's why I pretty much made a Shu-sang's video, right? Because I want to make use of her. And yeah, so I'm really broke, but after tomorrow, then we're definitely gonna go farm some relics, farm some whatever good stuff and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And also another reason why I'm doing MOC right now, and Similar Universe right now, because I'm running really low on credits, and this is like one of the only places that I can farm credit until I finish all my runs. So yeah, I'm just super poor at the moment. It is what it is. Battle of Whales. Yeah, honestly, facts. Okay, but the thing with that tournament, right? You can't really 100% whale way through because all E6 units are banned, right? If you have an E6 5-star, you basically can't use that 5-star at all. However, S5 light cones aren't banned, and of course, as we know, whales spend like thousands of dollars on like stamina alone, right? So their gear is definitely better. But at least E6 units are banned, right? So at least that has something going for us. And if you just take a look at my account, it's nowhere near a whale. Like the only idolants I have on HSR is my Silver Wolf and my Bronya. Right? Everybody else is E0, 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 this not counted, and E0, right? So yeah, it is what it is. hopefully, it's gonna be a fun fight. It's gonna be streamed, but it's not gonna be live recorded and posted, right? Because Timaya still has to edit all the footage together and combine everything. So, yeah, hopefully I can give you guys a good fight against the other team. Because from what I gather, the other two teams, they are like really big whales, right? They are level 67, so they've downed like 8 times stamina reflexes, all that kind of stuff. Whereas like, yeah, just hope that I can hold my footing against them. Yeah, they are basically okay. I don't know if they're level 67, but they are almost level 67 from 2 days ago. From what they said. Yo, and Vish, thanks for the follow, thanks for the sub. Unfortunately for OBS, I can't tell the difference between a YouTube sub or a Twitch sub. I'm just a boomer, right? Because I have no idea. Can I see this stats? Nope, it's not really sets. Oh, that was YouTube. Okay, thanks. Can't really see it properly. Okay. MOC 9-second fight seemed impossible for me. It's freeze hell. Yeah, okay, I think you're talking about the Cocolia fight, right? I'm gonna be assuming you're talking about the Cocolia fight. Yeah, Cocolia is when I first tried it, it was definitely a pain in the ass. Definitely a pain in the ass. But if you're able to get your hands on Silly or raise up a QQ, I think it's definitely doable. If you can like kill the ice golem fast enough and constantly break Cocolia. But if you can't, then that's gonna be a huge issue. Mr. Pokey, would you run Break Effect Shusheng and Silver Wolf together in MOC? Yeah, like what Ray Barracuda said, I think a hybrid build is honestly not even that bad on Shusheng, because especially in a stage where right now we don't really have access to exactly the best gears. And if we break, and we build a Break Effect Shusheng, right? Even if she don't break or even if she break, she's still got that damage output. So would I run them together? I guess it would depend on the content. For example, let's say against like Kafka, right? MOC 10, Kafka's weakness is physical, wind, and imaginary. Then Silver Wolf can basically just always implant her quantum weakness if you pair her with like a physical team and like weld and all this kind of stuff. So in that sense, I think both break effect and crit ratio is gonna work, right? Because you can break Kafka. So the moment you can break Kafka with Shusheng and deal like a ton of damage with her break effect, then yeah, I think it's definitely viable. Happy to 3-star us with MOC 7 for now, yo. It's not about the achievement, I think, in Star Rail, because I mean fundamentally it's a PvE game, right? So there's really no leaderboards or anything. It's up to your own enjoyment. And to me, it's more about like enjoying the process of getting there, right? Experimenting with the different builds, experimenting with what kind of unit works, tasting the failures when your Silly fails crit for like the 10 millionth time, and finally that one time she can crit. That's what's fun for me in MOC at least. So yeah, I think I applaud you for having a sense of satisfaction at MOC 7. Hopefully, I hope that people don't feel I hope people don't feel where like if they don't clear MOC 10 by like the first week, they feel like, oh my god, I have so much FOMO, I miss out on the gems, like why is my account so bad? I really hope people don't feel that, because I think this is really like a take your own pace kind of game, right? Like if I want to compare this this Star Rail to any game, to me it's really like a AAA turn-based anime game, right? Like Persona, I guess. Like you really just play your own pace, and if you can clear the final boss, so good job on you. But if you can't clear, really there's no one forcing you to clear this kind of stuff. So yeah, don't succumb to peer pressure. How's Luocha? Is he a must pull in my opinion? I think Luocha is okay. First of all, I think no units are a must pull, because you honestly can clear the entire content in the game with time, right? Once your Relics is strong enough, you can definitely do it, because right now there's already people clearing MOC 10 with like all 4-star teams, right? 0 gacha pools, right? All 4 stars. Granted, they spend a ton of stamina. They spend every single G on stamina, right? But it just goes to show you can don't pull any unit and you can still clear the game, right? That's how easy this game is if you invest in stamina. But with that being said, I think that Luocha is a really nice quality of life, especially if you're somebody like myself that don't have any Bailu or Japat. If you don't have Bailu or Japat, then you only really have like you really only have Natasha, right? And Natasha alone is gonna be really difficult for you to clear MOC. But Luocha is gonna make that life a lot easier. So that's that. Also, yo, so good 177. Yo, thanks for the sub with Prime. Thank you. Hope you guys hope you enjoy your stay here. And yeah, thanks for the support. Rolling for a character just for MOC takes like, yeah, honestly, yeah, rolling a character for MOC is probably like the dumbest investment you can ever make if you're just doing it for like the gems, because it really costs like a ton of gems to roll a single unit, right? Like if you get, even if you win 50-50, doing it at like a 80 pulls, that's like 12,000 jades. You're never gonna get back 12,000 jades until like 1 year later. So don't pull a unit just for MOC. Pull a unit because you feel that he makes your gaming experience feel better, right? Like for me, I pull Luocha because I think he really makes my team last a lot easier. Even not just in MOC, right? Even in Similar Universe, like right now, I'm basically full auto Similar Universe. I'm not even looking at the screen basically. I'm just like autopiloting and looking at the chat. But Luocha allows me to survive because I think he's a much better healer in Natasha in that sense. So for me, I'm pulling him purely because he's making my gaming experience better. Yo, thanks for the love. I hope you enjoy whatever content I have. And yeah, thanks for the support. Love it. Yo, Lana the Beholder, thanks for the sub. Welcome. DPS Yukong is so tasty. Just tested like a DPS Yukong is so tasty. Just tested Mono Imaginary versus AMC Kafka. Yo, yeah. Actually, now that you mentioned DPS Yukong, that's exactly what I'm trying to build. This is my Yukong now. Granted, these stats are absolutely horrendous, just because I haven't really upgraded this glove yet, because I don't really have a better piece, but I'm just gonna farm a little imaginary a little bit later. But yeah, I think DPS Yukong is super good just because like her scaling with ultimate is so high. It's 380% at level 10, which for Harmony is kind of ridiculous, honestly. And with like all her buffs and all that kind of stuff, her personal damage is really not that bad. So if there's one way to build Yukong, right, it's definitely just build as DPS and then just stack on speed. In my opinion, anyways. Yeah, excellent choice. Try getting Yukong but Luocha in 25 pools and don't have Yukong. I don't know if you should be happy or not since I think you should definitely be happy because it's Luocha, you know. And if you don't have Japan on Japan, I think he's gonna really make your life a lot easier. But even if you don't have Yukong now, just know that in patch 1.2, everybody will get a free Yukong, right? So you can just wait for like, I think 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, and you'll get, 2 more weeks, and you'll get another Yukong. So don't worry about it, and just save your PT for the next time. Right. If you're Luocha, would you ever need Bailu since it only offers heal? I would... Okay, for me, if my account had Bailu, well, of course my account don't have Bailu, right? But if my account do have Bailu, then I would still run Bailu with Luocha. Then I'll probably just bench Natasha. But this will also depend on the MOC, right? Like for example, just because of how important Silver Wolf is when it comes to implanting weakness, I would ideally want to run a character where it can help my Silver Wolf implant the right weakness. So in that sense, I might want to run Bailu with Tingyun to fit the lightning weakness, or I might want to run Natasha with Clara, right? So I don't think anybody is like completely out of the meta, like completely power crap yet. But in terms of utility itself, I think Luocha is like miles ahead both other healers. Should you pull for Lunei or Kafka? That's a good question. I don't really want to talk about leaks that much, but okay, personally for me, I think if your account has a welt or like a really strong welt, then I think Lunei is not gonna be as important, especially if you don't have like a thunder DPS, right? Like Tingyun. Like for example, if you skip Tingyun and you have welt, I think Kafka would be an excellent choice. But however, if you're lacking like an imaginary DPS, like you don't have welt, then I think Lunei is gonna be a clear-cut winner because based on what we see so far, his kit is absolutely ridiculous. That's all I can say. It's really ridiculous, and I think it's on like Silei's level of strength, honestly, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna talk into that because, you know, I don't really want to talk about leaks and stuff. Yeah, yo, honestly, I'm pretty hyped for Kafka, and you guys will understand why I'm pretty hyped for Kafka in my next Chinchua video, because my desktop setup is literally dedicated to Chainsaw Man. Right, so you guys will see it next time. But yeah. Can't wait for the Dunheng. Yo, yeah, I think Mono Imaginary team is looking really solid, honestly. Like Dunheng as main DPS, Welt as sub DPS, Yukong as the support that buffs both Dunheng and Welt, and Luocha as the healer, right? Yeah, I think Mono Imaginary is gonna be super good. For sure. Stream ended. The stream ended. I don't think it ended, right? It's still live. You're the E5 QQ guy. Huge. Yo, Squish, thanks for the follow. Yo, Kazuto 430, thanks for the follow. E5 Dunheng is that Shu Shang. E5 Dunheng? Do you mean a win Dunheng? Okay, because honestly, I didn't really read into Dunheng's kit that much, so I also don't know. How do you think Kafka would change the game? I don't think that Kafka will change the game 100% because she doesn't feel like she has like a game-changing mechanic. What I mean by game-changing is, I honestly think the only two game-changing units, like really game-changing, is Sile with her Resurgence, because I really think that MiHoYo letting Sile keep all the buffs during Resurgence is their mistake. Like, it's really too strong. So that's Sile. And number two is gonna be Silver Wolf. I think Silver Wolf's Weakness Implant, it's not, I don't think it's overpowered, but it's definitely something that is super good to have, and you can feel the difference if you don't have it. But I wouldn't say it's overpowered because you still need to build a team around her. Whereas for Sile, right, I think Sile is just, I really think Sile is overpowered because you can literally don't give a damn about what team you run with Sile, and she's the only Han unit that can keep all the buffs in Resurgence, and I think that's really ridiculous on their part. So there's a difference between a very good mechanic that helps you with the game health, because you still need to think, right? You still need to make team comps. But there's a difference between straight up overpowered like Sile. But I mean, I'm not complaining, you know, if you have Sile, then it is what it is. Yo, Stochastico, thanks for the support. I'm glad you enjoyed my videos. I think Silver Wolf is the best support for Shushan because you know the advance is not Surgeons, and on Shushan the buff round. Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because if you run buffs on Shushan, the buffs run up really fast because her extra turn is not like Resurgence. So it's much better to just pair Shushan with like a debuffer that can defense break, all that kind of stuff, right? So like Pella, Silver Wolf, they're gonna be really beneficial for Shushan to deal damage on a defense broken enemy in that sense. And not to mention she can implant physical weakness, right? And everybody loves that kind of stuff. Sile takes 4 turns with you combat, simply not balanced. Yeah, honestly, it's but the thing is, right, it's very hard for MiHoYo to like what do you say, power creep Sile, because if you think about it this way, the moment MiHoYo power creeps Sile, right, how many other units are going to be power crept? Right, that's how strong Sile is. If they were to ever release a unit that power creeps Sile, that unit is just gonna straight up just like out power creep every single other DPS, not just Han unit, like Erudition, Nihility, Destruction, everybody. Right? So I think they have to be really careful as to how they want to play this. But yeah. I don't know if MiHoYo ever nerfed the unit because I didn't play Genshin, but for most other gacha games, especially gacha games with PvP, right, they do unit balances and nerfs all the time. So if the unit gets too overpowered, the devs are not afraid to just go and like change the kit. Not sure what's the situation for Genshin. I only heard that in Genshin, the Zhongli, he got buffed really hard, right? Yeah, but that was the only example. So yeah. Oops. Sile is really unfair. Yeah, she's really too strong, man. Lune looks so ripped. I might even change my gender. Yo, calm down. Yeah, but man is tracked. Yeah. Is it true that event LC Silver Wolf is better than Gacha 1? I kind of regret going for Silver Wolf LC. Okay. it will ultimately depend on what you're going to be using your Silver Wolf of, because if you are going to be using Silver Wolf on for, let's say, like a debuffer, right? Actually, you just want her to apply defense break and weakness implants, then I guess Event like Cone can help you achieve it easier because it helps with her energy regeneration as well as the hit rate. But if you want to Silver Wolf to become a DPS, like to do damage herself with the crit ratio and all that kind of stuff, then Incessant Rain is definitely going to do more for you because it provides very valuable crit rate, damage taken, and crit rate and damage taken, right? So those two alone is going to be just super impactful if you want to be a DPS Silver Wolf. And as somebody that has put for both Incessant Rain as well as I even have the, what do you call it? The other one. Yeah, I also have this in the name of the role. So I have literally almost every single Nihility light cones. As someone with this, I can say that Silver Wolf with Incessant Rain is really not a waste. Because why do I say this, right? There is one other unit that can make use of the Event Light Cone really well, and that unit is Pella. Right? Because with Event Light Cone, Pella, with her ridiculous talent of regaining 10 energy at level 10, can now cast her ultimate every 2 auto attacks. And this is only achievable with your Event Light Cone. Right? So, and I think Pella is like super good as well, because any defense break in this game is just super good. So don't feel that you've wasted it, because if you ever have Pella, just give her this event card. It's gonna be really good. So yeah, that's that for that. Same could be said about Tingyun. I feel her kid is so busted. Okay, I think Tingyun, she was really busted in CBT because her ultimate was, I think, only 120 or something like that, and at least they nerfed the ultimate cost as well as changing the stats of what I call it. So basically Tingyun got nerfed quite a bit compared to CBT 3. So I don't think she's like crazy overpowered. But that being said, I think that she's still a really strong support, especially considering that right now the supports we have are really little, because we really only have 4 supports. We have Bronya, which is just Bronya doing Bronya things, right? Extra turn, all the good stuff. Tingyun with the energy buff and attack buff, all that kind of stuff. Asta with the speed buff, and now Yukong with the crit ratio buff, right? I think all these Harmony supports, I wouldn't say that they are better or worse than the other in that sense. It just depends on like what you want to use them for in the team, right? Especially because you need to bring 8 units to MOC anyways. It's fine to just raise every single support, and I think they can still serve a purpose in your team. So that's that. Don't need to power creep Seele, but have content that can make Seele not trigger her resurgence, as they have invulnerability at the first instant that damage is taken. True? Okay, wait. Kokseda. While that may be true, right? Like, that indeed does nerf Seele's resurgence. Like, it stalls out a little bit. But from the way I see it, if you were to implement this mechanic, it's also going to affect every other DPS. Alright. Because any unit that can become invincible for the first turn is gonna be really powerful, right? And it can be used against like every single DPS unit, not just Seele. So that's why I say it can be like very difficult to try to nerf Seele by making content that targets against her. But at the same time, every single other unit in the game will also be affected, not just Seele alone. Right? So her fundamental issue is still unchanged. Unless there's a situation, or the only time I can think of a situation right now that they can potentially nerf Seele is they come up with an enemy that can counter attack when the enemy gets hit multiple times. I think that's one of the only ways that you can kind of like counter against this kind of like multiple turn units, where every single time you take a turn, they're gonna counter attack, and not just against the unit itself, but against anybody in the team, right? So yeah, but other than that, I really don't see a way that they can try to like balance it that much. I'm gonna leave it up to the game devs and Hoyo for that kind of good stuff. That's how Venti in Genshin was nerfed. He got AoE vacuum that stuck in on the mobs, and MiHoYo introduced mobs that can't be stuck. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah. Saying Seele is so strong that they will surely power creep, saying Seele is so good that they will surely power creep, huh? Man, I wish I knew what you guys were talking about, but unfortunately, I just don't play Genshin. But I'm pretty sure people in the chat will understand, right? And they can entertain you. But it is what it is, man. Hey Poki, I'm running Jeppy, Luocha, Sile, and was wondering if you would recommend Tingyun or Ukraine support. Okay, Jeppy, Luocha, Sile, right? By that itself, you can see that that's a very, very defensive team because both Jeppy and Luocha, they're like super, super strong sustainers, right? And honestly, from personal experience, if you're running Luocha alone, right, he can pretty much just sustain the entire team. You really don't even need Jeppy that much, unless your Luocha is like really, really bad or in the earlier stages. But that being said, since your team is already so tanky, I wouldn't recommend you running Yukong because Yukong's buffs, right, it affects 2 units. So preferably, if you want to use Yukong, you run it with a team that has 2 DPS, 1 main DPS and 1 sub DPS. So in this case, since you're going to be running Luocha and Genshin, Luocha and Japart, Sile is going to be your only DPS, and for that case, I would recommend going Tingyun instead, because Tingyun can hyper-focus on 1 carry, right? And that carry is going to be Sile. So that is that. Is Incensor Rain good for Welt or Silver Wolf? It depends on what you want to build, right? If you want to build Welt as a DPS, then give him the Incensor Rain. If you want to build Silver Wolf as a DPS, then give her the Incensor Rain. If you want to build both as DPS, then just flip a coin, honestly. But yeah, general rule of thumb, it can be used against for both units, but it will depend which one you want to be the debuffer more. Yeah. And in case you guys haven't noticed, right, or in case you are not aware, there's this light cone that is really, really good. There's not just incessant rain. I think I showed it a little while. This light cone, good night and sleep well, as you can see, I raised it up to level 80. This light cone at S, not even S5, even at S4, it really has the capabilities of out damaging incessant rain at S1, or even his signature light cone at S1. That's how freaking ridiculous this light cone is, especially because Welt himself can apply 3 debuffs all by himself, right? His skill has a slow debuff, his ultimate has an imprison, and there's this trace ability that increases damage taken, right? So this is 3 debuffs all by himself. Then if you were to pair this with like Silver Wolf, which implants like 10 million different debuffs, it is very, very easy to achieve all 3 stacks, which is like a ridiculous amount of damage percentage. So if you haven't invested in this, I highly, highly recommend go and max this out and just put it into like your Welt or your Silver Wolf, right? Ridiculous damage, honestly. Try it and you'll see. Just do this a little bit. Is Yanqing unusable without Japart? I don't think that he's unusable, but he's definitely more difficult to use. Because, like we know, Yanqing, he loses the Sword Steel Sync if he takes damage, right? And the only way you can prevent him from taking damage is with a shield. There are only 2 units that can provide reliable shields, and I'm not going to be talking about Fire MC because Fire MC's shield is like too tiny. It's going to be Japart or March 7. The problem with March 7 is, as I think we all know, she will increase the unit's taunt value, right? So it makes Yanqing more likely to get hit. And that's why if you don't have Japart, it can be quite difficult to maintain 100% uptime on Sword Steel Thing. So yeah, not impossible, but it's just not going to be very comfortable, I would say. Yo, Fluffy Burrito, your YouTube channel has been one of the best. Yo, thanks for support. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I hope to stream more often. Right now, I'm trying to find like a balance between making content for YouTube, streaming, all that kind of stuff. So I'm testing out streaming on YouTube because this is technically my first stream on YouTube, on top of Twitch, right? So yeah, we'll see how it goes going forward. And that is that. Is Good Night Sleep Well good on anyone else? I think Good Night Sleep Well is good on literally any DPS Nihility units, right? As long as you're a Nihility unit and you want to do DPS, Good Night and Sleep Well is just going to do tons and tons of damage. So be it Silver Wolf, be it Welt, it can even be Sampo, they can all use Good Night and Sleep Well. So go ahead and just raise it. Super, super good Nihility like Flight. Yo Chris, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Is there a role where Luocha, Sile, Tingyun, and Tingyun works? Sile and Tingyun can be a bit difficult because they are both super, super skill point heavy. I guess it can work in a sense where you can just make use of Sile's basic attacks, right? Like you weave him a basic attack instead of her spam her E all the time. And then you let Tingyun spam his E all the time because Tingyun absolutely needs the skill points. If he doesn't have the skill points, there isn't lightning lock stack. So that's absolutely 100% he needs it. So it can work, but it's not going to be very optimal. For context, Xiangling, correct my pronunciation, yeah. Xiangling is a Genshin 1.0 4-star unit as busted, especially with Burnett 1.0 4-star buffs. She's really good until 3 years later. 3 years later. Wow. Incredible. I think, as of the state of this game, the only characters that I can see that can last for 3 years, right, is Silver Wolf, Bronya, Sile, and Sile, Bronya, Silver Wolf. Cause let's be real, 3 years is a really, really long time. I mean, all these units are good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Luocha is good. Weld is good, right? And I freaking love Weld. But 3 years is a really, really long time. And by then, I have no idea how they're going to change the content. But one thing I can be sure of is that extra turn is always going to be insanely good. Like, Bronya giving extra turn is going to be insanely good. Until one day you tell me that they release a character that can give everybody extra turn, right? But when that day comes, then it's going to cause an outrage. Because Bronya is just extra turn super good. Wiggles Implant, always super good. And Sile is just silly things. Everyone else, I feel they can somehow get power crept. Especially in the 3 years duration. Feel free to discuss your thoughts in the comments or in the chat, right? Because 3 years, yeah, I don't know, man. Everybody here doesn't look future-proof in 3 years, except for these 3 units. But that's my personal opinion. It's definitely not a fact, but it's just my personal opinion. Do you think E6 QQ is worth building for someone with Sile, Yanqing, and Servo build? She seems very good as a main of sub DPS and I already have an E6, but second about too much quantum. Okay. I am working on QQ's CN unit analysis. But since you've asked this question here, right? Yes, indeed. QQ, especially at E6, she can function perfectly well by herself, even without using skill points. Because you basically draw a card every single time it takes an ally's turn, right? So even if she doesn't spend a single skill point, QQ will still eventually reach a point where she'll get all 4 of the same cards, eventually, with 0 skill points. And that makes her like an excellent sub DPS, I think. And if you want to build her as a main DPS, I think we don't need to say how freaking strong E6 QQ is. You can look at some of the CN whales that have built E6 QQ from this patch, right? Oh my god, it's ridiculous, like the amount of damage she does. Absolutely ridiculous. Assuming that you get good RNG, of course. There's so full. There's a Yanqing main, we don't have Yanqing analysis, right? Ecosystem, just walk, Cock, SWOT analysis, and have been added. Yo, thanks for enjoying Shu Sheng's back. Really, really hard to make, by the way. For those of you who haven't watched my Shu Sheng's, the most recent Shu Sheng CN unit analysis, right? Holy shit, the amount of stuff I have to dig through for Shu Sheng, especially the part for common misconception, is ridiculous. Because there's this huge misconception with regards to Bleed's damage cap. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you guys are in some of the discords, like maybe KQM or like Grimo's Discord. I think some people are, up till this day, still spouting the idea that there is a cap on Bleed damage, and that if you stack beyond this break effect, then Bleed will not increase in damage, which is completely false, right? So I had to really go and dig up like as much information as I can to just prove to these people that no, that's not the case. It's just the base damage. It is not the final damage, it's just the base damage. So yeah, that video took me really, really long to do. It took me so long, in fact, that I had to go and cut out the Relic set recommendations because the front part was just so condensed. So tiring, super tiring. Don't have resolution signs, no other options for Peta Litecoin. Honestly, even if you have resolution, I also wouldn't really use it because what you call it? Okay, I can't see the back from here, which is kind of L. Because the resolution Litecoin at S1, right? The base chance is so low. It's 60% base chance, which is like super inconsistent in my opinion. And I would just much rather only use this when you get like S3 or S4 or some shit like that. But for now, I wouldn't really recommend using this on anybody. But if you don't have even Litecoin on Pella, right, then I guess you don't really have a choice, because this is the only other one where she can stack on defense break with auto deck, right? So this is the secondary option, but this is just super good to help her with her energy cycles. Yo Ninja, thanks for the love, glad you enjoyed my videos, and stay tuned for more, for sure. Why is she in Nihility and not Harmony? I guess that's because Harmony are like the buffers. I think if you played like other gacha games, buffers and debuffers, they're both supports. One is just the offensive support, one is the defensive support, right? So Harmony is the buffers, then Nihility is all the debuffers. Which makes sense because all the Nihility so far, they are buffers, right? They are debuffers. They don't provide any buffs to your team, technically. And all the Harmony is just all buffs. So I think that like the trajectory of this design is okay. Game is too new for us to know what's going to be power crap. Honestly, facts. You have no idea. 3 years, especially in the 3 years time, right? It's too ridiculous. By the time we get a second planet, okay, I think maybe not 99.9999999% we're gonna be getting a second planet before 2.0, or at least at 2.0. I believe. If not, there's just really not that much content to do. Bronya is the Alice of Artery Gear. Yo! Wait, somebody actually plays Artery Gear here. Insane. For anybody in the chat that actually plays Artery Gear, I was like, I was super into Artery Gear when it first came out. Because, just like Stario, I absolutely love turn-based RPG. Turn-based gacha especially. And I didn't manage to hop onto the E7 train because back then I was like doing all my other stuff. So Artery Gear was the first time where I say, oh my god, it has waifus, it has mech, it has PvP. It just ticked all my boxes for Artery Gear. And I spent like a ton of money on it. But unfortunately, the freaking Bilibili devs decided to speedrun the banners so much that I just simply could not keep up. Like, they were literally releasing like hyper unit speed worth of banners. Like, there was collab after collab after collab, and in between collabs were like meta units for PvP. Like, there was literally no banners where I could skip as a player. So it was just way too much for me on the wallet, and I decided I had to just drop the game. But yeah, well, good times, man. Those were some good times. The waifu were absolutely top notch. Absolutely. Oh, and yeah, just a fun fact. For those of you guys who know Timaeus, I met him from Artery Gear, basically. So that's how we actually met, and we also played Nikkei together, then we played like Stario and all that kind of stuff. Our friendship began with Artery Gear, right? So that game really has a lot of connections to my gacha lifespan. Honestly said when you took out some of it, you don't mind watching an hour of analysis. Okay, Tomato Fei. I would upload an hour analysis, but I also have to be a little bit more realistic because how do I say this? Although there are players who like to watch 1 hour long analysis videos, but number one, I think it's super draining to go and like fix all this stuff together. And number two, not even just viewers, right? Even I myself, as the guy creating the content, even I am bored after like 40 minutes. It's like going to like if you guys have been to university or college, sitting through like a 30-minute lecture compared to like a 1 hour lecture, right? It's like a huge difference. Imagine if the prof just doesn't give you any breaks and just force you to listen to the entire session. Oh my, I'll guarantee you just cannot listen to anything anymore, right? Even if the content is good, right? I think past like the 30-minute mark is where people really just say, okay, you know what, my brain can't take it anymore and I'm out. And even as the content creator, I feel that way as well. So I don't really want to make my videos that long. Yo, good day from Australia. Yo, Australia, mate. I just went to Melbourne like last year in August. Beautiful country, but everything there was just so expensive that it's a little bit ridiculous. I bought, especially because I went to stay in Melbourne, right, like the Central District, I think Queen Street or something. Oh my god, one bowl of like la mian, right, from like the China Street or whatever, it's like 15 Australian dollars for a bowl of ramen. Like, what? Yeah, I don't know, man. Australians, your food prices are crazy, but I know that the pay is also really good. But so that's that, right? But yeah, beautiful, beautiful country. Went to like the Great Ocean Road, all the kind of road trips. Went to like the clubs. Beautiful place, beautiful place. Issue is that 95% of the nihility cones are sub DPS cones. Honestly, not wrong. Yeah, every single one of those, they're basically gonna be increasing some sort of a DPS. So if you missed out on the event-like cone, it's gonna be quite L. How much of Silei's success would you attribute her to being synergistic with Bronya? I was thinking about Tingyun being gutted because his kid doesn't synergize. Okay, Silei being where she is right now, I wouldn't say it's because of Bronya. But Bronya definitely made her even broken, right? Because she already has extra turn by herself, and getting more extra turns just gave her even more extra turns. So that's it. But the main issue of why Silei is just so freaking strong is because after getting the extra turn, she keeps all her buffs, which, to my opinion, is just ridiculous. I have no idea what MiHoYo was thinking. Like, for somebody to keep the buffs, right? It's just like such a game-breaking thing, especially when you consider that in this kind of like star rail where we are at, it's just main DPS plus supports. So the buffs are like really, really crucial. And for Silei to maintain all her buffs after the extra turn is just like basically doubling the value of the buffs, which is ridiculous, right? So even if Tingyun gets Bronya, gets all the supports he needs, right, he will just lose those buffs, right? Like right now, one of the issues that Tingyun have with Lightning Lord is that he only eats Bronya's buff for one turn. And Lightning Lord won't even be able to have Bronya's damage buff. Right. So that's the main issue of why it's just Silei so strong compared to all the other units, basically. Do I play Onimyoji? Nah, I didn't, unfortunately. Alice is so broken. Yeah, Alice is definitely broken. Have I tried Brown Dust too? Yo, I've actually tried when I was in Korea, like just like 2 weeks ago. I tried Brown Dust 2, but I just had absolutely no time to play Brown Dust 2 because my Korea itinerary was just packed to the brim. So eventually I just kind of lost interest, and it is what it is. Yeah. But I would say that if Brown Dust 2 came out like 2 or 3 years ago and I had more time to play, I'll definitely play it. Right? It looks very similar to the kind of games that I'll play. Like turn-based, there's PvP, grid-style combat, like chess kind of stuff. So good stuff, good stuff. Yo, find me through Timaya's Discord, huge. Is it worth to level up my Stella for Shushank to get through for play? Yeah. If you have S1 sword play and you have S5 Herta shop, the S5 Herta shop is gonna give you more damage than S1 sword play. The moment you reach S3 sword play though, that's when sword play will outvalue Herta shop. But until you have S3 sword play, I think you can just go ahead and level it. Because especially considering that we don't even have sword play in our Gacha banner, right? So yeah, I mean, I personally raised Herta shop like Cone to level 70 because I only have S1 sword play, so take it as you will. Yeah, $8 coffee, yeah, it's ridiculous. The price is ridiculous. Wait, guys. Hold on, give me just one moment. I'm dying this run. Yo, wait. I'm actually dying this run. Wait. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. My Bronya and Luocha died for God knows what reason. Okay. Wait. I guess we do this. Break the weakness. Hopefully we can plant the quantum here. Okay, of course, because there's only quantum unit left, what I'm talking about. Yo, we might actually just lose this. Oh my god. Yo, this is not looking good, man. Yo, I think we just lost. Wait. Did we just lost? I think we just lost, right? There's no way. I think Zero Wolf is just dead. Like honestly, there's no way I killed the hand in like one hit. Yeah, I think Zero Wolf is just dead. Okay, let me just cut here and see what kind of thing can we. Am I just dead? Oh wait. We have this, right? Let's do this. We do this again. We auto attack to kill the hand. If we don't kill the hand, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Oh my god, we didn't even kill the hand. We're just beyond it at this point. Okay, we're dead. Okay, wait. Wait. I'm gonna force quit the game because I don't want to go wasted, right? Okay, this is just embarrassing. Oh my god. Okay. Be right back, right? Let me just show up some random pom-poms. Pom-pom star real. Let me just get this back real quick. Oops. Okay, here's some pom-poms while we get back into the game. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Discord link. Okay, yeah, give me a second. Let me just get the Discord link up in a second. Rules. Perm Discord link. Pin. Into the stream. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're back. Nothing happened. We probably got very bad Sim the Universe buffs, not gonna lie. Okay, we're back. I have no idea how that happened, but I guess it just happened. Let me just buff this. Just do this again. Okay, hope this time the auto doesn't really. Let me go back to the chat a little bit. I have no idea how people keep up with chat, man. Like, oh my god, I'm still very new to this, in case you all haven't realized. Okay, let me just take it. Let me just try to speed run this. For Shu Shang, if I don't have sword play, better to use Dunheng Light Cone or subs for more. Dunheng Light Cone for sure. Subs for more, the Light Cone itself it's just really weird. It doesn't fit with anybody right now, right? Just use Dunheng Light Cone for that. Yo, Vincent, good morning to you. It is currently 11:40 PM at where I am at, so good morning to you. How much crit do you think is a good stopping point? I'm using Stellar C for the crit instead of S4 sword play. Okay, number one, if you have S4 sword play, just ditch Stellar C. Right? S4 sword play is going to give you more DPS, so that's number one. And number two, generally speaking, for most DPS, I would want to keep crit rate at around 70-75%. That's a pretty good benchmark to have. Everything else, I think you can start going into crit damage, basically, for the subs. Is gold speed boots on Natasha a must-have? I only have purple speed boots, I don't think I'm gonna get gold soon. It's not must. Like I said, I think nothing in this game is a must. Like, really, it's just based on how good your experience is playing this game. But that being said, gold substats, gold main stats is like a lot higher than purple main stats, right? And this speaking from experience, as somebody has been using purple speed substats for like purple speed main stat for like a very long. Wait! My Luocha just freaking died again. Okay guys, why is this? Okay, this MOC is this similar universe is a lot more difficult than for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna tend to chat after I win this goons, right? Cause I don't want to lose a second time. Okay, wait, let me just manual this thing. How the hell did Luocha just die again? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I don't understand. Okay. Power amplification. Okay. This is gonna be a little bit scary, yeah. Let me just do this. Yeah, I don't understand why is my Luocha on the floor. Like, what would he even do to deserve this? Okay, Diva. I need to save this thingy for the hand later, because if not, it's gonna be a problem. Okay. I can break, right? Yeah, I can break, but do I want to break? If I break, Silver can't get a turn. Let's just do this. Yeah, that's fine. We can do this. Okay, now we save some skill points. Okay, wait. Let me kill him right now so I don't take the damage. Oh my god, if he takes silver, I'm like kind of screwed here. Okay, okay, this really bad. This is super bad. Can I do this? Oh my god. Yo. Okay. I'm gonna manual this. Okay, just pretend you guys didn't see that. I'm gonna manual this. Oh my god, this is absolutely embarrassing. How is this even happening? I have never ever failed the same simulated universe twice a row. Never. I swear to god. This is some streamer else, honestly. Oh my god. Just deal with it. Just I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know what to say. It is just what it is. Is this the first time this server rock? No! I have done server rock like I think 15 times this week. I've never ever failed. Ever. And this just happened. I don't understand. Let's just okay, let me go and see what kind of like what do you call it, blessings I have, right? It might be a blessing issue. It's probably not a skill issue, it's probably a blessing issue. Oh my god, embarrassing. Performance anxiety. Yeah, okay. Not wrong. Okay. Before answering all the chat I have, I'm gonna big brain this thing. If I still lose to this, I'll give up. I give up. Okay? I give up. Okay, first things first. What is wrong with my buffs? Bro, it looks fine. I have 3 of this. How am I even losing? Okay. You know what? We're just gonna do this. It's the HSR AI that sucks, not me. Yep, definitely. It's definitely not me. It's definitely the AI. It's never me. Oh my god. This is fine. Then we cast this twice. Okay. We got a freeze off, but it's not that important. Luocha, let's auto attack. Let's do this. I don't want to use his ultimate yet because we're not in need of the field, so I'm just gonna save it for later. Okay, she didn't crit. It is what it is. Unfreeze. Auto attack. Okay, now it's our turn again. Summon his goons. Okay, I think now we can use this shit. Yeah, now we can use this shit. Okay. Looks good. This is fine, I think. This looks fine. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay. Let's see a big silly crit. Okay. Am I clicking on buttons? No. My left hand is just... I play Star with a single hand. I don't play with both hands. How do you play with both hands? Use what, keyboard? Yo, that's so crazy. Yeah, I'm actually a boomer. I play with a single hand. I know some people even use like controllers and stuff, but that's just not me. I'm just a boomer. Just take it for what it is. Okay, Luocha heal himself. This is fine. Okay. This looks fine. Still fine. We're still fine. Defense break this. Cast this. Okay. Silly goes here. Go for out. Okay, should have waited for Bronya's E, but we ran out of skill points anyway, so it is what it is. Okay, let me just build some skill points. Up. Do this. Buff Silly. Do we out here? Nah, I don't think we need to out. We'll save it for later. Oh, we freeze him. Fantastic. Auto attack here. He's gonna use his power implications. That's fine. Let's do this once. And then I auto attack into this. Hopefully this E kills. Okay, it doesn't kill. Do I just out here? I kinda just want out here, honestly. I don't think Zero will kill, right? But it's so annoying. 1% HP. Okay, but I think we win this. Like, I think we probably win this. Because Luocha didn't die. I have no idea how my Luocha died just now, like really. He has 4.3k HP for God's sake. How did he even die? I don't know, man. Crazy stuff. Sometimes the AI Natasha doesn't even heal and out his out. My team is low health. Okay, yeah. It's just AI issue. Papa Savrok OP. If only I have Claire, right, then I can understand the joys of playing Savrok. But it is what it is. Okay, this looks fine. Right. We're just gonna chill. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, he freaking grabbed Bronya. Of all people, he freaking grabbed Bronya. Do this once, twice. We don't need to hit with this because Celia is gonna. Oh shit! I forgot he gave him. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. Okay, I think we win here. Yeah, this is it. Celia crits and we win. Okay, maybe that crit is not enough. Okay, but at this point we can just auto, yeah. Okay, time to finally go back to the chat. Oh my god. Imagine building is still dying to Zavra. Honestly, facts, bro. What am I even doing with my life? Just reroll my account, so. Mr. Pokey, am I gonna do an episode on Himeko? Honestly, Himeko is like the bottom of my concern at the moment. Because I think just not enough players use her for me to warrant like a CN unit analysis. And I think right now there also isn't much content to use Himeko in, right? Because in MOC, in Simulator Universe, there's not a lot of places that like we need Himeko's like AoE hits and all this kind of stuff. So not in the meanwhile. Okay, wait, let me just level up my Luocha a little bit, right? I think his level is a little low, and I'm gonna be using him for a competition anyway, so let's bring him up to like freaking. Also, shout out to my Japard LC, huge. Level 75 should be enough. I think 75 should be enough. Right. Do we even have enough money for 75? Okay, yeah, we do. Yep, I'm absolutely broke. Like, absolutely broke. Ridiculously broke. Okay, this looks better. Right, this looks better. Okay, I probably need to upgrade this speed boots. Like, honestly. To get a 2-piece, right? It's 2-piece speed. Okay, I'm just gonna upgrade this and see what we get. Ideally, we get a attack percentage or HP percentage. But if we don't, then it is what it is. So let's just see. I'm not too concerned. I'm just probably just gonna leave this to +9 at a maximum. And attack. Oh my god, it's flat attack. Okay, literally all these subs are trash. Like none of this is good. Oh my god, this is so bad. But we need a healer boost. So I don't think we have a healer boost that has speed subs, right? Sorry, speed main stat. Yeah, these are only speed main stat healer boosts. In that case, I probably want to change to another healer piece. Like maybe give this to Musketeer. This is okay, but I like these gloves too. And I like this hat. Oh my god, I like everything. Or you probably have to give these gloves to someone else, and then we give him like a Musketeer speed. Musketeer speed. Musketeer speed. Musketeer speed. Speed. Okay. Okay, this is workable. Speed, right? Anyone else using speed? We have like quite a lot of speed boosts actually. Okay, yeah, we can use this. Okay. Now that this is the Musketeer, now this has to be healer, right? This has to be the healer hands. But I didn't really upgrade any. Yeah, I guess I just run this. Hopefully it goes into attack and we get like a speed sub here, but if it doesn't, then so be it. Then now I can give my Yu Kong. Where is Yu Kong? I want to give her this one. Fantastic. Right. Okay, so this is fantastic. I think we're settled for this. Now we just need to level this bad boy up and level this bad boy up, right? I don't mind leveling to. Oh my god, I don't even think we have the credits to level, bro. Not even kidding. Oh, I'm so poor. Let's see what we get. Crit damage. Not bad, honestly. If this goes on to crit damage, I can just give this to Bronya. Yeah, okay, this boost is nice. This boost is nice. Let's just bring this to like +6 and we'll call it a day. Yeah. Just auto it. This is too long. This is too much. I want this to be at +9 and we're good. So let's just remove this a little bit. Oh my god, it's so long. Okay. +9, let's see. Oh, it didn't grow into crit damage, but it's okay because it went to attack, right? So it helps with our subs anyways. Okay, this is a very nice boost. I like it. I like it. Now our attack is at 1.9, 122 speed, fantastic. So now we proc our fleet dust, right? Okay, fantastic. So we now need to upgrade this to something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but we just have to upgrade it. Oh my god. Yo, wait, we have 4,000 credits. Okay, never mind. We can't even upgrade this anymore. Back to farming relics, and credits and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go. Okay, back to the chat. Let me. Wait, where is? Give me a sec, yeah. Excuse my boomer mentality. Himiko is hot. I can't disagree. But some things are meant to be admired at a distance, such as in my unit collection, until they come with the content that I can use her. Speed boots and ER are the only relics I max upgrade. Yeah, I think those two are the only ones that really are important. Probably I'll do the same for crit rate. I think crit rate is also super important. But these three gears are super good to have. All the flat substats like your your head and your hands, I think leaving them at +6 or +9 is perfectly fine. Wait, hold up. Oh my god, my cough is still not recovered after like 3 weeks. It's frankly quite ridiculous. Will you do watch party on the new version live stream? Yo, what the hell is watch party? Someone please enlighten me. I have no idea. I'm too old. Do Blade have any feather? I think the Aeon is pretty good. Like the one from her Live Shop, right? If you intend to get Blade, just go and get Aeon Litecoin. It's really not that bad. About Launty, do you recommend Bronya or Japart Litecoin at both franchises? Definitely Bronya's Litecoin. I think Bronya's Litecoin is like the most universal what do you call it? Litecoin in the Stargazer shop. Actually, since you've mentioned this, I have been thinking of making like a short little video. It's nowhere gonna be as long as like my CN unit analysis. Maybe this one is gonna be like 10-15 minutes on what kind of Litecoins you guys should get for the Stargazer shop. Because I think there has been an increasing number of players who just decide to not get the Stargazer Litecoins and just use all those Stargazers for pools, right? We're gonna be. I want to explore what kind of like what's the best way for you to use those Stargazers. So, but this is gonna have to wait for next week though. I really have a lot of things in mind to want to get rid of, especially QQ. So that's that. Yo, Defender of Justice, you're absolutely right. This is my first YouTube live stream, so yeah. Why is it that crit damage, crit attack is better than attack crit damage? Element Doom. The most easy way to understand this is when there's less of something, you want more of that something. Because we have so much things in the game that gives us attack buffs, especially from all support side. Bronya, Tingyun, even Yukong, they all buff attacks. But not right now, only Tingyun is the only character that buffs crit chance. Right? And Bronya and Yukong, they both buff crit damage. But basically I'm saying is crit is just a really, really rare sub, like crit ratio in general. And that's why people always, not just for Star Rail, right? Like almost any sort of like gacha turn-based games, you always want crit ratio because crit ratio is the factor that's gonna increase the damage the most. Read that 134 speed is needed so that crafting and turn 10 shit to manage to. It is not a minimum speed, but yes, that brother is right. Because based on the speed sheet, right? Like if you guys know the speed threshold in MOC and all that kind of stuff, 134 speed is indeed a very good thresh point for you to gain those extra turns in turn 10. Yeah, so if you can hit 134, then that would be ideal. Because if you're even at 133, right, you can't get the extra turn anymore, right? So 134 is honestly like the most ideal spot for like the large majority of player base, large majority of units, right? So if you can get 134, great. But if you can't get 134, honestly, it's not the end of the world. Like I think right now, none of my units, okay, maybe not none, maybe only 1 or 2 of my units are like above 134. So it's not the end of the world because I still managed to clear 30 out of 30 MOC. So, but it definitely make your experience a little bit easier, I would say. Not a must, but good to have. Yo, Chris Guerrera. Thanks brother, This is my first time doing a stream on YouTube because usually I always stream on Twitch. So if you guys wanna check out my Twitch stream, feel free to check out my Twitch thing, whatever. But right now I just want to try out some YouTube stream because just to test the audience. Because generally speaking, most of my viewers that watch my stream are mostly on Twitch. So this is my first time doing it on YouTube, and I just want to see how receptive the crowd is. And so far, yeah, it's pretty good. The numbers are pretty good. Honestly, it's basically around the same as Twitch. Maybe a little bit lower, but yeah. Do you by any chance know how much better it's win set over Pouch? Wow. Give me a second, yeah. I think it's hard to say like exactly how much better because first of all, if the wild weed set allows you to hit like a certain speed threshold, very similar to energy threshold, honestly, then you get to have the extra turn. Like for example, if you equip wild weed set and you get 134 speed, versus if you don't equip wild weed set and you don't get 134 speed, then wild weed is gonna give that little bit more oomph in terms of universal effectiveness, right? So that's that. But I think Bronya with wind set is honestly pretty good as well, because it's not to say that like she doesn't make use of the wind damage, because every single one of Bronya's is critical damage. So sometimes if you really have to use auto attack with Bronya, she can pull away. Is just what I'm saying. And the every 25% action value on outright is also very useful, especially it's basically like a mini dance. But the thing with Bronya is if you don't have her signature light cone and you don't have her energy engagement rope and the Von Whack, then her out is gonna take really, really long to charge up. So the up time for wind set is gonna be quite low. If you do get all those ER pieces where you can essentially out with Bronya every 3 turns, then I think wind set is gonna be better in that sense. Right, so hope that answers your questions. How do you recommend building Bronya? Bronya is really easy to build actually. The only 2 stats you need on her, like the 2 mandatory stats that affects her effectiveness as a unit, is speed. You ideally want her to reach at least 134 speed and crit damage. Just stack on as much crit damage as humanly possible and she would have done her job. Then everything else she doesn't really care, right? You can just stack on HP, stack on defense on the substats, all that kind of stuff is just whatever, right? The most important things to do is just get your speed and crit damage settled. My Bronya, for example, her gear is like absolutely horrendous. I can show you guys a little bit, but she still gets the job done because I managed to get the crit damage main stat and the speed main stat. Just these 2 alone can help just more or less secure her usage in this general regard. Remember that this is also the Bronya that helped me clear MOC 10, so even though it's really, really weak, in terms of content, you can definitely still do it, even if you don't have like an insanely cracked Bronya, right? So what I mean by this is, look at my Bronya. I'm just slightly under 134. I could get 134 if I want to. Previously, I had some better relics, but I've been transferring them around. I gave some of the better relics to like Yukong, like this. Maybe not this one, but basically I have better gears on Bronya. But I've been shifting gears around because I cannot use Bronya for the Timaya's PvP competition, right? So I'm not giving my best gears to Bronya. So one example is this is plus 12. This used to be a plus 15 speed boots, right? But yeah, I've changed to this, and this is I would say a pretty good boost for Bronya, because even though it doesn't have any crit chance, but I only want crit damage and it has a pretty decent roll on crit damage, right? So this is a pretty good roll. My chest piece, honestly, this is just the bare basic, right? I want the crit damage main stats, so I got this. If you have a gold piece here, this should be around 60%, I believe, 50 something or 60%, so it's going to be a lot higher. Then all these subs here are basically just useless subs, not important at all. Then for my gloves, I only got one line of useful set, which is speed. Everything else here is also not that useful. I have no crit chance, I have no crit damage, and I have like very little speed, right? So this is just very useless, only plastics as well. Then this one is decent, it's not the best. Okay, I should just log this, because it has both speed and attack, right? What we want for Bronya is basically both speed and crit damage. This is essentially what I try and get. But I didn't really roll that much, and I got one roll off of attack, so I don't really have the money to roll this anymore. Then for this, I'm just running a Von Weg with the ER rope at plus 15. So that is essentially my Bronya build. Super poor. Honestly, like it's just very bare bones, right? I've seen Will Bronyas with like 4000 HP, 200% crit damage, and like 134 speed, right? Like, that is the kind of standard you want to go for when you go into the end game. But for now, for somebody, especially for somebody like me, right? Because I only started farming for relics at level 65. Level 60 to level 65, I was farming traces. Level 50 to level 60, I was farming credits and experience, right? And then before that, here and there, I farmed a little bit of relics. And like, well, I really farmed the crap out of his relics to get this like godlike piece. And Sile, I guess I farmed some of her relics too. Not the best, but it's serviceable. Like, look at this horrendous. Okay, this is not horrendous. This is horrendous though. I literally have one line of crit rate. That's it. Like, this is absolutely horrendous. But I've been using this gear since day one, and I haven't really changed it, so it is what it is. So my gear is definitely not the standard you should be aiming for. Right? You should be aiming for better than my gears. So yeah, so that's just essentially how I would build Bronya anyways. Some controversy regarding speed of Bronya versus slow Bronya. I think for the most part it will have to depend on what kind of team you're running her with. Like for example, right, if you're gonna be running her with like a carry that is like, let's just say your carry is at 130 speed, then it would be ideal if Bronya can become slower than the carry, maybe like 125, not super slow, maybe 125, so that your carry goes first, and then your Bronya can use the skill on the carry immediately, right? So you can cycle better. Because if the other hand, if your carry is 130 and your Bronya is 135, then it's gonna be Bronya then into your carry. And that carry's distance, the action value between Bronya and carry is really small. So it's not that great to use Bronya's skill on that. So that's that. But this kind of just goes back into the whole speed tuning debate, right? Like people are trying to speed tune for Yukong. It's just, in theory, yes, speed tuning for Yukong is absolutely crucial, and you should try to speed tune for Yukong to the best of your abilities. But in reality, in practical situations, there's just so many things that can affect how the game will turn out that it's really not the end of the world if you're not properly speed tuned, right? Like any point of time, if for example if you fight MOC 10 and the robot hits you with the imprison, you're done. Your whole speed tuning just went out the window. Or if anytime you get infected with a speed debuff, or like a freeze, right? So all these factors can affect in you achieving the constant speed tune. So in my opinion, it is not a must to really like get down into whether slow Bronya is better or fast Bronya is better. As long as you can kill the enemy, then she has done her job. If she's not that efficient, then so be it. You've already done your job. So because it's really hard to try to play out the maximum, most optimal cycle, when in reality, everything in the world is just gonna go against you, pretty much. Yo, WND Samurai, feel free to shoot your question. If the question is too long, feel free to go to my Discord and just post it there in HSR questions as well. Because my community has a lot of active players, so they can probably hire you even better than I have. Okay, wait, let me just read this real quick. What should you prioritize in building character-wise to clear MOC? And should you go character level, like coin tracers, relics, when to farm relics over farming to other characters? Wow. This question, I think it can be like a whole episode in it of itself, like a whole MOC like development or training gap. Right? I think this can be a content by itself. So since you have brought it up, I might actually just use it in one of my future YouTube videos. Let me just screenshot this and just maybe I'll use this and then I'll just show based on my viewers from my stream. I heard that you guys, yeah, maybe I'll use it, but let's just see how it goes next time. but I'm gonna keep this in mind. Okay, but to answer your question, I don't think I can answer this to like super in-depth, right? Because honestly, it is a pretty long question. But to become a little bit more concise, the most important units to clear MOC is always going to be your DPS, because as long as the enemy is dead, you go to the next move. It doesn't matter if your healer can heal for 10,000 damage, it doesn't matter if your supports are like super fast, like 120, 150 speed. If your carry don't do damage, then the game is not going to end until the enemy is dead, right? So with that logic in mind, you should go ahead and build your main DPS. That's your number one priority, build your main DPS. Then number two priority is, you're right, character level is more important than light cone, tracers, and relics, right? I think your order is pretty much there, because your light cone also affects the base stats of your character. So character level and light cone, they're the most important. You're absolutely right in that. When it comes to tracers versus relics, right? This is an interesting one. I think generally, you can't really focus on both at the same time because you are limited by stamina, right? So you have to choose one to do first eventually. So in that sense, I believe that you should do your tracers first, especially for your main DPS, because that is going to give you the most amount of damage returns, right? For some of the other tracers, you can take and pick which are the tracers that are like not that important. So for example, Silei has some the defensive tracers such as defense or HP, which might not be as important as like say attack or crit damage or like quantum damage, right? So you should go and prioritize which are the more important tracers for your units to use, and then go and do those tracers. And generally for the level of your skills, like your ultimate, your talent, your skill, your basic attack, all this kind of stuff, it will depend on unit to unit. Like for example, Silei, most of the time I'm just gonna be spamming her E and using her ultimate. So those two will be the most important. Actually, her talent is also pretty important, so I guess that too. But let's take another unit. Okay, let's just say Pella, for example, right? Pella's only two things that I will care about in her trace tree is her ultimate to reduce her defense, or to reduce the enemy defense, and her talent, which gives her energy regeneration to help her hit the threshold. So with that sense, I can honestly just ignore every other trace in Pella, and she would have still done her main purpose, which is to defense break the enemy, right? So you need to take a look at what kind of tracers should be prioritized. Then once you got those priority tracers sorted, then you should start looking into some relics. I'm not saying you should go dump every single one of your stamina into relics, but at least get the right main stat, right? I think that should be the bare minimum, getting the right main stat. Substats, you don't need to care that much until you're level 65, where you can just farm like all the way. But main stats should be your next priority, essentially. So yeah, that's the general TLDR to this question. Is Quantum Set the wait, where the hell is the question? Is Quantum Set the hardest to grind for? Because I hear a lot of complaining never getting cool pieces. Okay, honestly, it is just a numbers game. Alright, there's no higher or lower difficulty. It's gonna be 50-50 when it comes to the set. Sometimes when I farm Quantum, all I get is Quantum. Sometimes when I farm Quantum, all I get is Guard. It just depends on RNG really. But with that being said, I think Quantum Dungeon is one of the best Relic dungeon to farm. And speaking of this, I might just make another video. Oh my god, I have too much ideas for videos, man. I might need to hire an editor or some shit, because doing this solo is really draining. But anyways, Quantum and the Quantum Dungeon essentially is one of the best dungeons to farm for, because both sets can be used by a lot of units. For example, the Wuthering Snow. Okay, wait. Give me 1 second. I don't want to die to this AI again. Okay, but this run looks like it's good though. It looks good. Let me just make sure that I don't die, right? Is my Luocha gonna die? Oh my god, my Luocha died again. You're trolling. This is what you get when you don't level your Luocha's traces, by the way. Your relics, sorry. Absolutely ridiculous. Just go? I guess just go. Well, why do I have so many turns? I think I need to change my Luocha's orb from an attack orb to HP orb, honestly. He's just way too squishy at this point. Okay. Oh my god, this is a little bit. Okay, wait. Please don't tell me my ceiling. Oh my god. I think we can still win. It's just okay. I think we still win. Yeah, we still win. Okay, watch this. Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna hit it with this. Hit it with a defense break. And then hit it with a Sile ultimate. And the Sile crits here, we win. Okay. Oh my god, we actually almost lost again. And now my Wi-Fi just died. Okay, that was way too close for comfort, yeah. That was way too close for comfort. Okay, first things first, I need to change out my Luocha skills. That was just not it. I didn't know he was so. But I don't know why this is happening now. I swear to god, this never happens. Let me just change this real quick. Where's my HP orb? Yeah, Natasha, let's just change this to this. Now he shouldn't die, right? 4,000 HP. If he still dies, I have nothing to say, okay? There's no way he dies here. Okay, you know what? Let me just switch this to freaking before dawn. For even higher stats. Alright, okay, let's go. There's no way we lose. 4.5k HP, 2k hit. There's no way Luocha dies here. If he still dies, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. What else are we good? Yeah, I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, back to the chat. Bronya with E4 should be pretty funny with QQ E6. True. If I literally don't know a single person with Bronya E4. If you do know, please show please flex in Poke's Village. I would love to see an E4 Bronya. that is ridiculous amount of wielding, man. Hey, Defender of Justice, I just hit TL50. I should farm relics and credits. Focus on getting characters 70 and not do tracers. We focus on every single one character and sign into the... Yeah, okay, if you just hit level 50, right? 50 is the level where your credits and your experience is at the maximum efficiency. So, yes, that is the part where you just all in credits and experience. Only do your tracers. I guess you could still do a level 50 if you want to, but personally for me, I only did tracers from level 60 onwards. So 60 to 65, I only did tracers, nothing else. Because from 50 to 60, I was just busy farming my credits and my experience. Right? So yeah, that's the good path to take and you should do it. Rainbow Butterfly just hit TL60, think should go Relic farming for 2.5 level. Once I got all the main stats, my second thing I should farm tracers and also a good clutch. Yeah, honestly a good clutch, and yeah, I think that will be the play. If you're I'm not saying you completely don't farm your relics, right, until level 65, because that's a bit extreme. You need your main stats. So the moment you farm for your main stats, right, the moment your main stats is settled, then I think you can just take it chill a little bit and go and do your tracers and all that kind of stuff. Only after your main stats is settled. I think main stats is just as important, if not more important than tracers. If you have the wrong main stats, it really affects your character by quite a bit. So yeah. Destruction Run is better than Hunt Run for Single Universe. The Resident Hit is 1k each unit. But the thing is, I like Hunt Run more just because it's faster, in my opinion. Destruction Run is a little bit slow. Because I've tried playing Destruction Run before, like I think like 10 levels ago. It just felt a lot slower than Hunt. Just because of how freaking OP. Like the moment you can get 10 Hunt upgrades, right, with the 200 energy and refresh upon killing unit, it's gonna be super fast. Yo, Wetney, thanks for the sub, refresh stream. Did die for you. Will you pull for Blade? I think he's an incredibly unique unit. Personally, I'm not pulling for Blade. Because I really just spent too much stamina trying to farm units. I need a downtime. So Blade will actually be the first unit I actually skip. Because I need that 3 weeks of downtime to just beef up my inventory, get my credit back up, get my experience back up, start farming some relics. Because if I were to pull Blade again, right, I have literally no downtime. Like, I'm constantly building units, and that's just too much for me. So yeah, I'm skipping Blade, basically, pretty much. Yo, Flex, hi. Hey, I don't understand why my YouTube stream turns off though. Very interesting case on why that is happening actually. Might have to consult this with my mod team in the future. But at least my Twitch stream is fine, right? So that's it. I'm at TL 60. Do I just farm XP book and 80? My 2 MOC team, do I farm more experience up to plus 15? Okay, I think you shouldn't plus 15 a relic unless you're absolutely sure that that relic is gonna be with you until the end game. Like absolutely sure. Like if you're gonna use a relic until like TL level 65, 66, 67, right? You're gonna be using it for super long time. Then I will recommend plus 15. Because if you don't, plus 15 takes a lot of relic experience and quite a bit of credit as well. So even though they say there is an 80% credit transfer if you feed the relic, but 80% of like a super huge amount is still, you're still missing out 20% of the huge amount, right? So most of my relics I don't plus 15 until unless it's absolutely required. And some of my relics, right, they are actually plus 15. And I would say it's definitely a mistake on my part when I first started playing the game. So I wouldn't plus 15 all my relics. Only the absolutely good ones, like the ones with all the crit ratios or the tank with like all the defensive substats, then I'll go and like plus 15. Other than that, plus 12 is I think perfectly serviceable. Even plus 9 even, for the most part. It keeps putting me to other videos that keep going back to a stream on YouTube. Okay, I have no idea. I'm gonna go research a little bit on why that's the case. Putting you on other videos, is it like what? Like your website just changes the stream? Like you automatically change stream? Interesting. Interesting to say the least. Is it worth it to salvage and roll for new relics? Yes. Oh wait. If you're talking about gold relics, right? No. In my opinion, okay, I've done this in the past, right? This is from personal experience. Back when I was like since TL 30 or TL 40 or some shit like that, I wanted to gamble. I went to salvage all my gold relics in hopes of getting a better one. I can safely say, right, out of like maybe like the 200-300 gold relics that I have recycled, I probably got like one decent piece. One decent piece out of like 200-300 gold. Okay, probably nearer to 300. So you basically lost out because one gold relic is 1,500 experience, right? So let's just say it's 1 out of 300. You essentially lost 448,000 experience, relic experience, just for that one good piece. And in my opinion, that is just super not worth it. And if you are considering on doing it, just don't. Trust me, it is better to just save it for you to use them as fodders. That's what I would advise to everybody. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you lose way too much relic experience. It's really way too much. Especially considering like each 40 stamina, right? At TL 60, you're guaranteed 3,000 from the 2 golds, maybe like 3 purples and 1 blue. I don't know what's the rate. Maybe 3 purples is another 3,000 and 1 blue is 500. So your total relic experience from like a typical farming stage in TL 60 is probably roughly around 6,000 to 6,500 relic experience, right? And imagine sacrificing half of that. You're essentially dumping 20 stamina every single run, just in a chance to get a good relic. And the chance is honestly super little, like really little. So for the most part, I would highly recommend against doing that. And this, like I said, once again, personal experience, right? I've done it and I really came to regret it, and I hope that people don't do the same again. say this for 3 times. Yep. Chris B RD 514 exactly right. It is just a super low chance. Just save it and use it for experience, honestly. True, but you get to gamble for God Relic, and I'm down for any day. I guess you're a QQ main from that sentence, basically. Insane. Jerry Gao, yeah, so basically don't salvage. Oh, okay. If you want to use it for resin though, then you should salvage. But I think the game should give you enough, right? The game actually gives you enough of those salvage pieces to go and craft your resin. But if for some reason you don't have enough, then only salvage for that 100 to use it on the resin. That's the only time I would ever salvage it. But I think the game gives you enough. So in that sense, I guess you don't really need it as well. Yes, you're a QQ main, how do you know? Man, anybody that gambles is just automatically a QQ main. I feel like you only salvage a Relic craft a hit or a glove since higher chance of getting good subs. True. But I just think, in my opinion, the rates for you getting the perfect substats, right, it's just too low. And okay, and let's say you actually get the perfect substats. Like let's just say you got a Relic with both crit rate and crit damage. You still have to go and invest in it. You still have to go and plus 15 to see whether the stats roll on crit chance and crit damage. So if, touch wood, even if you got the right Relic with the right substats, if RN Jesus doesn't want you to succeed, then you're not gonna succeed, right? So basically all those things just went to waste again. So there's just so much RNG layer that it's just not worth it to use it for the salvage thingy. Yeah. QQ analysis coming soon. Keylog traced. It is coming, but I wouldn't say it's soon because there's quite a little bit of things that I need to cook for QQ. And frankly speaking, I'm also trying to balance out the amount of time I'm doing for YouTube content creation. Right? I'm trying to lean towards a little bit more on the streaming side as well, because this helps me to clear some of my Simulated Universe. It helps me clear my viewer accounts, MOC. So I think going forward, okay, this is not fixed in stone, but going forward, I would want to stream maybe 3 times a week. Right, one day, purely just a session like this, what I'm doing right now, where I just do Simulated Universe, maybe do like 34 runs of Simulated Universe all the way. I don't know, that's a little bit crazy, but maybe just 1 run of Simulated Universe and some casual chats, Q&A, talk to my viewers. Then 1 session is gonna be on Saturday. I'm gonna be doing viewer accounts, and then 1 session is gonna be on Sunday, where I'm gonna be doing MOC, right? So that's essentially what I hope to do in terms of stream, because I don't want to just keep doing content creation, because yeah, I want to talk to you guys as well. I want to have this kind of live chat, this kind of discussion with my community, get closer to you guys, because at the end of the day, it might be nice doing content, get the views and all that kind of stuff, but it's not as real time as compared to streaming, and I'm starting to enjoy this aspect of streaming itself. So yeah, yo, Coxtia, thanks for the follow, and Vichy, thanks for the follow. Huge. 大佬, I have Tingyun JP and I want to build QQ's Relic. What Kevin should I go for? Kind of want a genius set. Defense is not too good, but not that efficient compared to the other. I think at the end of the day, you just have to ask yourself, what other sets could you be potentially farming, right? Because it's all about a matter of priority. If you want to prioritize QQ, then really farming Quantum Dungeon is just a matter of time. Like, you eventually have to farm, no matter how efficient the dungeon is. If you want to build that unit, you have to farm it. It's like a 迟早的事, You have to do it sooner or later. One day, tomorrow, next day. It's like doing your homework basically, right? Like you can do your homework today, you can do your homework tomorrow, you can do your homework 10 years later. Okay, maybe not 10 years, but like, you get what I'm saying, right? You have to do it eventually. So even though it might seem inefficient for now because like maybe your other units don't want to use the guard set, but because your focus is to build a QQ, right, and the only good set on QQ is quantum set, then you just have to do it. You just have to sit down, buckle up, and just pull through, essentially. So yeah. My silly crit rate chest with attack, crit damage when on to crit effect. Yeah, he said, yeah, basically, you can have the right main stats and RNG can just decide to screw you over. Okay, actually, after this round, let me show you guys one of my most painful relic rolls, and this happened to me really early on. It was just heartbreaking to say the least. It's the most unlucky shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. You'll see later on. But yeah, this game's relic RNG is just pretty ridiculous. Does Welt function better as a support or sub DPS? I do neither. Personally, for me, I use Welt as my main DPS, especially because against enemy with weight to imaginary, which is a lot of enemies actually. Okay, wait. I'm a little scared that I might lose here. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, but anyways, yeah. I use Welt as a main DPS, but if you don't want to use Welt as a main DPS, like maybe you want your Silly to be your main DPS, you want your Clara, you want your I don't know, Shu Sheng, you want your Tingyun, all this kind of stuff. If you want other units to be a main DPS, then you want to force Welt to be a sub DPS, then sub DPS Welt would have a higher reliance on his effect hit rate for him to apply his debuffs, as well as him having a good enough ult, right? Because his ult is really good in value, right? He has speed down, he has imprison, and he has damage taken. So in that sense, if you want to build him as a sub DPS, then he will function pretty well. As a pure support for Welt, right? Like purely support with like no damage for whatever, I wouldn't advise. I wouldn't advocate for that because Welt himself, he has a lot of offensive abilities, right? And if you want him to build him as a pure support and you eventually ignore all his damaging capabilities, right, I think it's a very big waste just because of how much damage he can do. So between support and sub DPS, I will choose sub DPS because even as sub DPS, he can apply the debuffs. So yeah, that's it. Hey, popular content, do the Trailblaze power refreshers and do you recommend it for low spender FTPs in the game are so low? Okay, if you're a low spender or a free to play, and I'm gonna be assuming a low spender basically means you bought your monthly pass and maybe you bought one battle pass, right? If you're in this camp, then if you were to ever do stamina refresh, right, you will have to come to terms with the fact that sometimes you might not have enough for the banner rate up units. Basically, you might not be able to get the unit you want, especially if you fail the 50-50 PT. So just something that you have to consider. But on the flip side, you're exactly right. Resources in this game is like super low. I talked about it in my previous video, like my 2 months HSR review. If you guys want, you can check it out. Where one of the biggest issues I have with this game is just the resource regeneration rate is just so slow. But if you are a free to play or a light spender, right, you really don't have much choice. You just have to deal with it. Like really, it is what it is. So yeah. I wouldn't recommend you spending refreshing stamina. And also, once again, I'm going to die. Okay, wait, I'm not going to die. If Silly just... What the hell just happened? Oh my god, this happened again, bruh. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Just restart again. I really need to stop underestimating this simulated universe, honestly. Yeah. The moment I saw that Silver Wolf died, I thought I could still win it because Savrock only had like, what, less than 25% HP? Like, all they had to do was just go and hit Savrock and we would have won. But somehow the freaking AI just wants to act up and do some crazy shit, so... skill issue. Honestly, skill issue. Would you say Japart is better than Luocha? Honestly, no. I don't think that Japart is better than Luocha. Because you wanted to compare like their uses, right? Like what are you using them for? So for me, both Japart and Luocha, their purpose, even though they are two different classes, right? One is a preservation unit, one is abundance unit, but their purpose is the same. Their purpose in the game is to make sure that your team survives. Right? Is to make sure that your DPS or support, they don't die. And in that sense, I believe that Luocha is better than Japart. In that sense, because Luocha can heal your team without costing skill points at any given time, either with his auto E or his field. Whereas for Japart, the only time that Japart can keep your team alive is during his ultimate, and any time if your the shield provided by the ultimate is broken, and between his next ultimate, there's a chance for a team to die, essentially. So it is very, very risky, or maybe not very risky, but definitely riskier than running Luocha in that sense. So yeah, I wouldn't say Japart is better than Luocha, in strictly speaking. Do I want to just do this? I think he dies, right? I think he dies. Like we go to phase 2 from here. Oh my god, 3% kidding. You're kidding. I think we just do this. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Okay, let's auto this again. Yeah, makes sense. But Japart is Giga Chat. Yeah, honestly, Japart is Giga Chat. Luocha is a little bit more on the feminine side. I get what you're saying, for sure. But okay, the way I play gacha games, right? I don't really lean that much toward like units, like a lore or their looks or this kind of stuff. I'm more towards the meta players. As cringe as it is, I prefer playing units that can optimize my team building strategies, basically. But I guess one exception is I think Kafka is just top tier mummy for Kafka. Oh right, yeah, Suing games make an excellent point. If your main DPS is Yanqing, then Japart is better than Luocha. No, you're right. Because Luocha cannot prevent Yanqing from taking damage, right? Because if you're gonna be using Yanqing, he has to have shield, and unless you have your will that has a E2 Luocha, then you're gonna need to use Japart for that to happen. Wait, let me make sure that my freaking Bronya doesn't die here, because I'm really scared that my Bronya dies. Let me just do this. Okay, I don't think she dies. Yeah, I don't think she dies. Do this. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Let's just kill this dude. Okay. Then we kill another dude. Actually, now you know what? We can just kill this guy. Yeah, Savra can just die here, honestly. And he should be back to full. Fantastic. Okay, or almost full. I want to save my skill points, right? In case something. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skill. Because Luocha's gonna auto attack here, anyways. This is fine. Let's see who he steals. Okay, let me out first, just in case he steals my Bronya. And then he steals Luocha. It's a little bit cringe that he stole Luocha, but it is what it is. And you know, buff is good, I guess. This breaks to get an extra turn. Implant the weakness over here to heal my entire team again. Okay, let me heal again. Because we have Luocha's shield, right? So every time we use our ultimate and do damage, we're gonna heal our team. So we should be pretty safe over here. Please, Luocha's. Oh my god, he freaking stole Silver Wolf before I have to cast him. Yeah, that is cringe. That is cringe. Okay, but we definitely killed the army. Oh my god, you're kidding. Okay, we got the armor. Oh my god, is my Bronya gonna die? Yo, this is quite scary. I'm not gonna lie, this is really quite scary. I'm just gonna heal Silver. Out with this to kill the arm. We should be able to win from here. I really don't think we lose. Okay, yeah, we can fall from here. Yeah, Domi Mami Kafka, yo. Yeah, she's just très bien. Is it still useful to pull for Kafka if you have Tingyun? Yeah, I think she's still gonna be useful. Just because like Kafka herself is not purely like a main DPS, right? She's gonna be an enabler for all future DOT comps. So if you're somebody that wants to experiment with different comps, and if you think in the future you're gonna be playing DOT comps, then I think Kafka is definitely a nice addition to have. Even if she doesn't do damage herself, okay, but honestly Kafka, she does in fact do quite a little bit of damage herself. But in the event that even she doesn't, you can just treat her as like a support that enables you to play DOT comps in the future, right? So for that reason alone, I think she's a pretty good pull. But of course, always pull within your means, right? If you don't have enough jades, all that kind of stuff, then I would suggest just saving it up for like the next game-changing units such as Silverwolf. I think the only two game-changing units so far is just Silverwolf and Silly. Everything else so far, I don't think they are a must. Like not even Luocha is a must, honestly. Like because if you have Bilo and Japat, then he's not say like gonna change your account by that much. Yeah. SU5 easier to auto with this team, honestly, yeah. But the thing is, I want to do SU4 because SU4 has a chance of giving you the Horse Elite, and that will in turn give you more credits. Right? I just want to min-max this little thing, and it is what it is. Kafka gives me Makima vibes, and that turned me down. No. Actually, if you, I don't mind showing you guys this since we're talking about it, right? The reason why I wanted to pull because. Yeah, that's why. I'm a huge Chainsaw Man fan. I absolutely love that anime. So yeah, just gonna pull Kafka because she's from Chainsaw Man. Zooming can't see. Yo, okay, wait. Huh? There's no way you can't see. You're trolling, right? Okay, but it's a pretty safe for work figure though. I don't really like those anime figures that like sexualize them too much. I like them to be a little bit more wholesome. The aesthetics, it is what it is. Yeah, and I got this little Pochita over here too. Yeah, I really like Chainsaw Man, so definitely gonna be pulling for Kafka just because of that. Yo, Chris, why is Bronya so important? Will you do a video as to what character we should level up as of now? Video of what characters we should level up as of now. Yeah, I think I'll get to that eventually, but not so soon, just because I'm pretty overwhelmed with the amount of stuff I need to do. But Bronya is important. I wouldn't say she's like I said, in my opinion, no units in this game must have, right? But Bronya, I think she's the best harmony unit just because of the extra turn mechanic, right, can be made use of by literally any DPS. Any DPS, any, like, even healers, right? Sometimes you want an emergency heal. Like, I'm pretty sure sometimes you guys, if you play MOC, your team is gonna die, and you have a Bronya, you can actually just use her skill on your, like, Natasha or Bailu to just emergency heal your carry, right? So, this extra turn mechanic is just so fluid that you can literally just slap her across with, like, anybody and any team. That's why I think Bronya is, like, one of the best and most future-proof harmony unit that we have in the current moment. Got E1 Bronya instead of Luocha. That guarantee goes to Kafka. Yeah, yo, E1 Bronya is a game changer, man. That skill point is just so important, especially because Bronya uses so much skill points, right? So yeah, huge pull, huge pull. Do you think that Blade is bad meta choice compared to other future destruction units because its damage is kind of low fighting against single target boss fight? I don't want to give any conclusions as to a unit's kit before they actually come out, right? Because all these theory crafts, all the leaks, like nothing in the world will matter until you actually use them against like an actual fight itself. Right, so that's number one. But number two, I think the inherent issue with Blade's kit, right, from what I see from Blade's kit is he is a unit that wants to receive damage. right? He's somebody that drains HP from his skills, but at the same time, even outside of his turns, he wants the enemy to target him, basically. He wants to get hit, right? Because the more he gets hit, the more damage he's gonna do. But the issue with this right now is that there is currently no support in the game that increases Blade's chance of getting hit. The only character that can increase a character's taunt chance is March 7's shield, right? Because March 7's shield increases taunt chance. But because it's a shield and it's March 7's shield, which is honestly pretty thick, even if you shield Blade increases his taunt value, right, he's not even gonna receive damage to his HP just because the shield is so thick. So I would say from our current moment that there isn't a lot of units that can properly make Blade come to its full potential until in the future when they release a Harmony unit that can increase Blade's chance of getting hit while dealing damage to him, right? Then that's gonna greatly increase Blade's viability. But until that day happens, I think my expectation for him is honestly pretty low. Yo, USR 3, thanks for the follow, Huge. Do you know if Kafka can proc DOT for quantum entanglement? Yes. Yes, that is the whole purpose of Kafka's hit. She can explode any DOT from any source, including break, right? So if your entanglement is from the break, or even if you use Shu Sheng, like I mentioned in my previous, most recently posted Shu Sheng video, I mentioned at the end part in team compositions where she can work really well with Kafka because number one, physical bleed is the highest damaging DOT in the entire game, and number two, Kafka basically doubles that damage because she explodes the beat, right? So yes, she will work with DOT from entanglement. Yes, absolutely. I'm wondering how much synergy Bronya actually have with QQ, or both prefers to be last acting team member. I think Bronya still works really well with QQ, just because extra turn is always good, right? So Bronya's turn, QQ can draw one tile, and then she buff it to QQ's turn. Maybe after QQ throw out one card, QQ throw out one card, Bronya comes in to buff QQ again, then it's QQ's turn again. So it helps QQ cycle through her cards a little bit faster, so that's always good. And the damage percentage buff from Bronya is also always good. So yeah, I think she works really well with QQ, just like any other, most of the units. Do I follow leaks often? I can't really say this publicly, but let's just say that I know what I know, basically. Yeah, let's move on. Am I the only one in the entire universe who wants to pull for her just because of her kid? Nah, there's definitely a lot of players that want to pull her for a kid because I think Kafka's kid is the maybe not as game changing as Silver Wolf, but for players that like to play DOT, right? Kafka is definitely super good because no other unit in the foreseeable future, anyways, can enable DOT comps just like Kafka, right? So yeah, if you want to play DOT comp, I think she's pretty much a must pull. Just like the most popular video, the most viral video I ever made was the CN pulling opinions. I mentioned it over there. If you want to pull DOT comps, right, you have to pull Kafka. Yeah, that's a TLDR, basically. Rip headphone user, huge. What tier would I give Arden? Yo. Let's just say that I don't want to give him a tier because I've never ever used Arden. Like, ever. Like, he's literally still level 1. Or is it level 20? I can't remember. But I've never ever used him. So, I can't speak to how effective he is. But, there's a reason why he's like so underwhelming, right? Because like he's so underused and people don't really use him that much. Because, yeah, he's just too squishy for somebody that wants to deal damage using his thing. And he doesn't have any sort of like invincibility when he's left at 1 HP or whatever stuff. So, not to mention, his values got like ridiculously nerfed compared to CBT. So, I couldn't. Like, if I had to give a tier, then I would just give him as probably the lowest tier in all the DPS. Yeah, it is what it is. You know. I have most of the standard 5-star characters except for Himiko Courage. Should I get? I didn't get one squares. I don't have. Okay, Chris Burke 514. For your situation, since you have every other character, right? So you do have Bailu. Since you do have Bailu, your survivability is not going to be an issue, so I'm not going to get you apart. Himeko is honestly just a meme pick at best, unless you want to be a waifu. And Clara, she is pretty good with Luocha and Yukong, but she's not a must-have. So if I were in your situation, I would honestly just get an Eidolon. Either Bronya's Eidolon or Welt's Eidolon. These two units, I think, they are pretty future-proof. And also, holy shit, did my Silver Wolf just die to a random boss? How did that happen? Oh my god, this game AI sometimes just it boggles my mind, to say the least. It boggles my mind. There it goes. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade my shit a little bit, right? Because I haven't even shot Herta's this thingy even once because I want to save time. But it looks like it looks like we actually need it, chat. We actually need it. Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, I guess this is so bad. I guess we go for the Galactic Big Lotto for the memes. Imagine we fight Sarok with 1 HP. Okay. Oh my god, he already died. Oh, we buffed the crit booster. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, Galactic Lotto is just a meme at this point, man. It just dies after 1 trigger. Honestly, just don't get this Lycon. It's so bad. Honestly, it's just so bad. Say occurrence. Oh my god, we don't have a single HP. Okay, this is whatever. This is good. Do this. Oh, hopefully we don't die here, like for real. Oh, okay, it's not bad. We heal back to almost full because we got the double thingy. Do we have the rope? Rope. Okay. Yeah, let's just upgrade it then. We use all our coins here. We have so little. Oh my god. Okay, this run looks like a manual angle, not gonna lie. Let's get this. I guess we just get this? Yeah, okay. Okay. Blade at least has self-heal. True. Yeah, if you compare Arlen with Blade, right? The biggest issue with Arlen is just he wants to get hit just like Blade. True. It's a pretty interesting kit, but he has no self-sustain. So it's like, how are you gonna survive? Right? At least Blade is self-heal. So yeah, true. Wanna order some food? Okay, yo, architects. If you wanna order food, I think you can't go wrong with fried chicken. Honestly, I absolutely not just fried chicken, but I just love chicken in general. Freaking like grilled chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken, mala chicken, all this kind of chicken, good stuff. Yeah, but I don't really buy takeout foods that often, so can't really advise. Yo, Kalim, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, okay, fried chicken things are huge. Yo, I think if you're getting fried food, right? Sorry, if you're getting fast food, I think what you call that? Jollibee's fried chicken are splendid compared to like McDonald's, KFC, or all kind of whatever fried chicken. Jollibee's is the good stuff. I just completed 30-star MFC. Is there anything else to work towards? Yo, Elio. I think you can, because each MO cycle is going to change, right? So you can honestly just start building up a stash of resources, or just make your main carry even stronger to better prepare yourself for the next MOC, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to have the same weaknesses, right? So units that are like ridiculously good this MOC cycle, such as Welt, might not see that high of a usage next MOC, just because they might just remove a majority of the imaginary weaknesses, right? So yeah, go and just farm out the materials, I guess. How much hyper carry potential does Blade have? Just as much as any of your typical hyper carries do. Wait, my freaking Silver Wolf is gonna pass away. Let me just not int this fight. Oh, my Silver Wolf just did freaking 70,000 damage. Oh, that's interesting. Just do this. I'll just do this, yeah. Okay. I guess I break, right? Wait, why did my silver wolf keep... Oh my god, she has gotten like 5 million turns already at this point. We might actually die here, I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't want to buff Silly because it's gonna be her turn next. So I might just want to buff Luocha, right? Does he even get a heal off? I don't know. 64 plus 3. Oh my god, it's not enough. It's actually not enough, chat. This is so annoying. I will just have to do this, honestly. We just have to, because my Silly can kill the mobs in like 1 hit anyways, so yeah. I have to heal Bronya. Okay, at least we get out of. Huge. Okay. Fantastic, honestly. Right now we just heal everybody back up. Okay, we're actually good. Yeah, see, that was a perfect situation where I showcased that you don't have to always use Bronya's E with DPS. You can just use it with Luocha and just force him to go and heal yourself. Right? So yeah, super flexible and absolutely insane kit, in my opinion. YouTube stars just come out here, yo. 44 Cal, welcome. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube stream. It might be YouTube, it might be me, I have no idea, man. We'll get there when we get there. Yo, oh my god, Kazmir Katashnitek, yo, thanks for the follow. For the 4 Cal, thanks for the follow. Hyozaburo, thanks for the follow. Huge. Welcome to Tokyo's Village. Yo, watch them with great interest. Yo, thanks for the support, man. Glad you enjoyed them. Stay tuned for more. And if you want to, feel free to check out the Discord. I've already pinned it in the comments. Lots and lots of helpful people in the community. Some are even smarter than me, I would just say. So feel free to just join the community. Yo, Helkana! Yo, thanks for the prime sub. Huge. Hey, by the way, guys, for those of you with subs, right, like my Twitch subs, you do get a special role in the Discord. Wow, special role, insane. Yeah, but just saying, so feel free to join. Carlos sucks. Yo, thanks for the sub. Does Bronya's skill heal? Nah, it doesn't. She doesn't increase. Because remember, Bronya's skill, right, her E, only increases damage percentage, not attack percentage. If her skill increases attack percentage, then yes, Luocha's heal will get increased. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Yo, XOU! Yo, 1 month sub! Yo, thanks for the sub. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your special role in Poke's Village. And yeah, Giga chat based. Bronya about to unalive. Okay, wait. Let me take matters into my own hands. Okay, I think we're still good. Okay, we proc our healing field here, so it should be fine. Okay, at least he didn't pick Bronya. Yeah, we're good. We are actually good. Let's buff Silly. Can we kill this? No, we can't. Heal Bronya. Hit AoE, it's fine. Out here. Yo, Kebran Bobnabe. Yo, I'm sorry, but I butchered your name, but yo, thanks for the sub. Welcome. Okay, we break here, right? I guess if we kill this guy, we get another turn, basically. Yo, Mark Jess, thanks for the follow. Huge. Susurun, thanks for the follow. Absolutely huge. Thanks for the support, guys. Yeah, see. Streaming is so fun. You get to interact with the viewers and you get to see all these numbers coming in lifetime, right? Quite interesting, honestly. I think we can auto this at this point, right? I think we should be able to. There's no reason we should lose this here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Why does the Luocha have 5k HP? It's just from the Simulator universe, you get a lot of buffs. And yeah, it's just from the buffs itself. My base HP in normal circumstances is nowhere near here. Wait, my Silly just freaking unalive. Are you serious? There's no way I lose this, right? On God, there's no way I lose this. Yo, if I lose, I'm not gonna say. Please kill. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, that scared me for a moment. Holy shit. unimaginable. This Zavrok is something else. It's only something else.
等加强了，再来打一次。
Let me just see how many runs do I even have left, cause I can only do 34 a week anyways. We have... Oh wow, we still have a lot of runs. I think it's not updated maybe. According to Hoyo Lab, I still have freaking 15 runs. That can't be right. That can't be right. I feel like I've done more than 15. Wait, do I have energy? No, let's do a little bit of relic farming since we're at it, right? I am farming for... Actually, I don't even know what I'm farming for at this point. I don't really want to farm relic because I'm preparing for the competition, right? Like for Pitemaya's PvP. So I want to make this as strong as possible. And the thing that's limiting me now is my credits. I literally have no money to level shit up. I might just dump it onto credits, not gonna lie. But that feels a little bit int. When I could have been farming relics instead. I really want a gold crit piece though for Weld. Like once I have this gold crit piece, his build is more or less complete. Like look at this beautiful, like, okay, I don't want, this is, I'm not one to brag about my gears because I know my gear sucks, but my Weld is probably like my greatest pride and joy. Almost 1-to-1 crit ratio, 130 speed, 2.5k attack, and yeah, just a joy. Even my Sile is not that strong. My crit ratio is just way off, even though she's using the attack boots. But yeah, I just really want to bring this crit rate up to maybe 60%, and I can only do this with the main piece over here. And if this can give us another crit damage here, then that would be like absolutely splendid, right? But hunting a dungeon for one piece sounds a little bit int, not gonna lie. Yeah, then I'm also missing all my quantum speed piece. If I want to farm quantum, then that's also a viable strat. Silly, just my Tingyun is just let's just ignore Tingyun, yeah. Right, guys. I want to show you guys the absolute worst gear that I farm when it comes to rolling, which is the one Natasha is using. This gear here, look at this shit. It rolled 1 to crit damage. Every single other roll went to flat attack. I shit you know, I posted this in my YouTube community from like 10 million years ago. I actually posted it like super long ago. And I was like, how is this even possible? Let me just show you guys this unreal, absolutely unreal. Like that was like the downfall. Like ever since this piece happened to me, right, I just gave up farming on Relic because I don't want to be scarred by this Relic ever again. Like really, that was my last straw. Absolutely last straw. Oh my god, it was so long ago. It was back when I had like freaking 200 subs. Oh my god, what a memory. 1 month ago, we were at 200 subs. Insane. Really. This community is just kind of crazy. Okay, let me just show you guys this thing. Yeah, absolutely unreal. This was the piece. Freaking 3 to 13, every single roll went to flat attack. Like you can't make this shit up, man. You literally can't make this shit up. So ever since this happened to me, I just tell myself, okay, you know what? I'm never gonna touch gear until like 65 or something like that. Like never ever again. So yeah, just it is what it is, you know. Sometimes even if you get the pieces with like this piece over here, it started with crit rate and crit damage, right? And I had such high hopes. But if RNG want to say go to flat attack, then what can you really do, right? So yeah, moral story, don't get your hopes up until you actually pass 15 the gear, because anything can happen to you, honestly. Anything can happen. Yeah, okay, but let's just go back to Simulated Universe farming, because I don't really have anything I want to farm in particular. If I really want to farm, I'll just go and farm the Imaginary Dungeon just to roll up my wealth, but not a priority at the moment. Best SU world for the endgame. Oh my god, I just left. I just freaking started this thing. Okay, but basically the best SU, right? If you don't talk about the gears or whatever, right? If you're talking about strictly, if you're farming Simulated Universe for the credits, for the thing, World 3 and World 4 has the best, because they have this one elite boss which is higher level than the rest of the boss. You'll see what I mean later on. Okay, but I'll show you guys later. But basically means there is a chance that you have higher credit gain from farming this particular boss. Only for World 3 and World 4. World 5 and World 6, all the elite bosses are the same levels. I'll show you guys what I mean later on. Yeah, but yeah, just farm World 3 and World 4 if you just want to do the farming route anyways. Speed main stat is overrated, don't you think? I think speed main stat is honestly super good. Because MOC in the late game, right? Like any unit that's level 90, their base speed is ridiculous. Like it's like 158, if I'm not wrong. 150, 158, super high base speed. So if you don't run speed on like your supports and your tanks and your healers, right, you're just not gonna keep up, and your team will just collapse if your team is too slow. The enemy will just keep lapping you, and getting lapped in MOC by a boss, right, is really painful, because as we know, bosses, they sometimes have this kind of 2-hit combos, right? Like Japan has those 2-hit combos. He summons a goon, summons a shield. Kafka has all her 2-hit combos, like he dominates, throw out her grenade. Even Kokolia has a 2-hit combos, like he throw out a freeze and then she uses. Yeah, so if you get lapped by an enemy unit in similar units, in MOC, it's super bad. So speed means that honestly it's like very important for anybody that is like not a DPS. For DPS, I think most of the time you would still want attack percentage boosts just to increase your DPS. But some DPS, like such as Weld, he would still want speed boosts because Weld, he likes to stack out his debuffs, right, and cast his ultimate. So for the most part, I think speed boosts are really important. Yeah. Used to level up Relics on set, now I just level up because of set. I'm just using healer guards to create. Yeah, that's exactly what I think is gonna save you a lot of headache, because sets, the effect from my sets, right, is not like say game breaking. The only 2 sets in the game that is like super good effects right now is just Quantum set and Imaginary set. Everything else, even if you don't get a 4-piece, is honestly fine. Or even if you get no piece, it's fine, right? Just mix and match. The subsets and the main piece are like way more important than the sets in that sense. Yo, Waichi, I'm online at YouTube right after. Yeah. I just started exploring streaming on YouTube. So this is my very first stream. It was pretty unannounced anyways. I just wanted to test it out and see how things went. But so far I would say, yeah, it's going pretty well. Our combined viewership from Twitch and YouTube now is slightly around under 100. Which is pretty good, honestly. So yeah, I think I might be doing this a lot more frequently next time. So that is that. World 5 is easier to auto, right? Yeah. I think World 5, because Kafka, the similar universe Kafka, honestly, is just super easy. Especially if you run like a cleanser, right? You don't even need to run the Abundance Aeon. You can just run Hunt and just run cleansers, and you probably will just never die, just because she doesn't really do that much damage. Savrok, I would say, is one of the hardest to auto. Like as you can see from my stream, sometimes my team just collapse because Savrok wants to be a dick about it. So yeah. Using Asta is enough. Yeah, you could say using Asta enough to help overcome the speed gap, but you need to consider your speed uptime, right? Asta cannot really maintain 100% speed uptime unless you're using 2 E's. But if you're using 2 E's with Asta, then you're sacrificing a lot of skill points, right? So you cannot have 100% uptime on the speed buff. And sometimes during that special crucial moment when you don't have the speed buff and an enemy laps you to do some crazy like combo, then it's gonna be game over, right? So better be safe than sorry, in my opinion. Just run speed boots on your support. Because honestly, what other boots are you gonna run on your support if not speed? Right? Yeah. So that's it. What time will you start future streams? Usually around 8 PM. 8 PM Singapore time. So 8 PM GMT 8. I've already listed a schedule on my Twitch, if you guys have seen it. But the schedule is not that fixed, but this is my tentative plan, at least for this week anyway. I'm going to be starting stream 8 PM. For now, I'm trying to keep it to 2 streams a week. If not, I'll keep it 3. The third stream will be something that I'm doing right now, right? But basically, I'm just farming my limited universe, talking to my viewers, and engaging the community and all this kind of good stuff. So, because I think this kind of like chill streams, the one that I'm doing right now, it allows me to focus a lot on the chat. Whereas if I'm doing like the other 2 streams where I'm doing like MOC, or if I'm doing like account reviews, all this kind of stuff, I can't really communicate the chat that frequently. So yeah, this kind of chat where I'm just doing Sim Universe, I'm a lot more active. Yeah. Also, yo, Lithium, thanks for the Prime sub, yo. Thank you. Go and join the Discord and enjoy your Giga Chat exclusive subscribers, bro. Huge. Yo, Ilio Blame, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yo, quit the game some while ago, but it's the same kind as this. What do you think of 7DS? Oh, I've never played 7DS, so I can't say. If anybody in the chat knows plays 7DS, feel free to enlighten architects here. But I've never played 7DS ever. Yo, 4 Elias, thanks for the follow. Huge. Yo, Hermit Chilling, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Huge. Welcome to Poke's Village. Head on to Discord and yeah. What the hell is hype? Hype train is close. A hype train starts when multiple people subscribe. Wow! Hype train. I've never seen a hype train in my entire life of streaming. Insane. Okay, we'll see how that goes later. Can you show the energy recharge for Asta with and without mashing cogs? Let me grab the sheet. Yeah, there's this energy calculation sheet that somebody did a while back. Let me just go and find it real quick. Resources. Wait, where the hell is my thing though? Resources. Yo, Lupion, thanks for the follow. Give me a second, yeah. Let me fetch this energy regeneration sheet. Where is it? Yo, Tractors, thanks for the follow. Huge. Okay, here it is. Let me just bring it up to you guys. This is the various energy threshold. It is not done by me. It is not done by me. It's done by somebody else. But I think it's pretty comprehensive. The thing is, it doesn't cover every single possible skill cycles, right? The author for this sheet only recommended the more mainstream skill cycles, right? So if you take a look at Asta, let me find Asta real quick. Yeah. So this is the Asta's skill cycles. Basically, memories is exactly the same as Coggers, because their energy rate is exactly the same. Just imagine this is S5 Coggers, right? So the best ideal rate for Asta is gonna be using S5 Coggers with ER Rope and 2-piece 1 whack. This will allow you to out every 3 turns with 1 skill and 2 basic, right? If you don't have this 2-piece 1 whack, then you're gonna be missing out. You're out by a little bit. So this is gonna be a bit problem. So Asta's best piece is still gonna be 2-piece 1 whack and wait, where is the damn thing? Wait. Oh yeah. If you use 1 whack with ER Rope and S5 Coggers, you can out with 1 skill and 2 basic. But if you don't use 1 whack, you need to use 2 skill and 1 basic. So this is basically skill point negative, whereas the latter is gonna be skill point positive, right? So it depends on you. Most of the time, I would rather just be skill point positive because skill points are like super important. But if you're running a team where you don't really need skill points that much, right? Like for example, who's a good character that doesn't use skill point that much? Let me think. Maybe Welt. He can sometimes just auto attack if you really don't want him to break. I guess you can don't really use skill point that much. Sile, I think she doesn't use skill point that much because if Sile kills an enemy unit, she can auto attack, right? So she can regenerate skill points. So this kind of situations, if you don't really face a lot of skill points issue, then you can screw the Von Whack and just give Asta fleetless, right? So this is just an example. Oh my god, but I feel like I'm doing a YouTube guide again, so let's just not go there. If you want to take a look at this shit, feel free to just go and check out the Discord. The Discord basically has all the resources and you just yeah, study it for it yourself. Back to the game. Give me a sec, yeah. All the spreadsheets, they can be found in the Discord. There's this page hot on HSR resources. I basically dump everything there, so just go ahead and take a look when you have the time. Don't get Asta using Coggers. She becomes so fragile because of the base stats. Okay, the thing is, why is Coggers so freaking good with Asta, right? Is because the people that are recommending Coggers on Asta is also recommending that you build only speed boots and everything else is going to be defensive, right? So your chest is going to be HP, your orb is going to be HP, so you have a lot of HP stats. So Asta is not going to be that squishy. So in that sense, getting Coggers on Asta is going to vastly improve her out time and speed out time. And speed out time is like really important, especially in endgame MOC, right? So that's why a lot of people are recommending Coggers. If you don't have, if you have an S5 memories of the past, then that's even better, right? Because you have more base stats and now she has additional break effect. S5 memories is basically a direct upgrade of Coggers, but it has to be an S5. If not, you won't get the same amount of energy regen. Anyways, Invisible Pepe, yo, thanks for the follow, Huge. yeah, exactly what Swing Game said. You can run HP as a main stat, chest and orb, and yeah, just build her as tanky as possible. With the only thing you need is just speed boots, and everything else you can just build her as a tank, right? Because Asta doesn't do damage. You just want her to be there to buff your team with your attack buff and the speed buff, all that kind of stuff. Yo, Xun Lao, thanks for the follow. Huge. Hey, Mr. Pokey, should I buy Tingyun for the exchange but I don't have her yet, or should I stay for the standard like Joey Boston. Generally speaking, buying an SR unit with Star Glitter, right, is like super inefficient in my opinion. Yo, Thomas Pietresco, thanks for the sub. Anyways, yeah, it's super inefficient because it's 140 Star Glitters. To put this into perspective, right, you only get oh my god, I don't even remember how many Star Glitters, but you get really small amounts, and you only get it after putting an SR or an SSR, right? So the Star Glitter amount is like a very rare commodity unless you're like a mega whale that just pulls everything. So I don't recommend putting it on SR units because I think SR units, right, it's just a matter of time before you eventually get every single SR unit. So if you don't mind not playing with Tingyun for a while, or you just wait for the next banner, because next banners, eventually one day Tingyun is gonna get upped again, right, in the limited banner. So I would always say just save for it, save for the light cone, save for the pools. Don't get SR unit, right? SR unit, just chill, just ping chilling, and you eventually get it. Shushan chicken is so strong. It's called Phoenix. That's a crazy flex. Phoenix over Phoenix. Yeah. 火凤血型. Yeah. Yo, if anybody plays Honkai Impact 3 here, okay, I didn't play Honkai Impact 3, but after digging into like Shu Shang's CN analysis, I went to dig a little bit on Shu Shang in Honkai Impact 3 as well. Oh my god, her model in HI3 is solid waifu material. I don't know why the hell did they nerf her personality so much, but it's a shame. It just do be like that sometimes. Her IQ and drip got nerfed hard, yeah. Her drip really, oh my god, the HI3's drip was ridiculous. Like it's so good. Like it's so freaking good. Like the whole chi pao design and everything, oh my god, it's so good. And when she summons her sword, and yeah. If only there's the same here, but it is what it is, right? I guess this is like the, I don't know. I don't really get what's the connection between Honkai Impact 3 and Star Rail. I think they're like completely different universe. But I know there are some of my lore nerds in my Discord. They do talk about this kind of like lore stuff, right? Where like Welt, like for example, Welt Young, he's exactly the same Welt as he is from Honkai Impact 3, like literally the same character. But a lot of other characters, they are like different, like Bronya, Sile, they all came from Honkai Impact 3. But I have no idea how this kind of stuff works. But yeah, I think it's quite interesting for those lore enjoyers that want to see Honkai's lore. It's really pretty deep for a gacha game. Yeah, quite interesting for sure. Shu Shang and HSR is still developing. Yeah, waiting for that 5-star Shu Shang one day, man. When she actually summons a phoenix, wow, that's gonna be insane. Confirm must do. Welt actually said there's different universes, and I think Luocha is Welt from a... Wait, what? Luocha is Welt from a different universe? Yo, that's crazy. Okay, I'll go and try to find that when I have the time, but yo, that's a crazy theory. Insane. I'm sorry, I didn't really keep up the lore in this game. Like, all I do in this game is just min-max and play the game and do content, so I didn't really focus on the lore. But sometimes when I read the lore, right, it is pretty interesting, honestly, for a gacha game. Luocha is auto, bruh, I have no idea who the hell is auto, man. Yo, Cyril Bacon. Yo, thanks for the support. And yeah, bruh, it's not about level, man. It's about enjoying this game together as a community. Huge. Welcome. From a shop of 5-star light cones, using Undying Apple, which one do you pick up? Wait, what? Doing Undying Embers. I guess you're referring to the one you get from the gacha, right? Like the Bronya, Japan, all these kind of light cones, right? Those 5-star light cones. I would 100% recommend Bronya's light cone. Just because Bronya's light cone, you can literally use it on anybody. Like you can use it on even Yukong, even if she doesn't gain the skill point gain, it is still you can use it on her. She's just that good. Right? So Bronya is the most universal. If you already have Bronya's light cone, I guess if you really want, you could go and get Japard's Tycoon because it is the best tank Tycoon, but it is like definitely nowhere near as good as Bronya's Tycoon. So without a doubt, Bronya's Tycoon for sure. In fact, Bronya's Tycoon is so good, I would actually recommend players getting 2 copies. Like actually, just because it is just so versatile and everybody can use it. So yeah, super good stuff. Definitely highly recommended to go and get Bronya's Tycoon. Honkai Eruptions are the product of a Stellaron and it's just another world in HSR. Oh my god, I have no idea what you're saying, man. I wish I knew, but man, I just didn't get involved in the lore, unfortunately. If Luocha is a good guy in Honkai Star Rail, Welt might be the bad guy and he's just trolling us the entire time. Whoa, yo, that is some Aizen shit, man. Like if anybody here watches Bleach, you know what I mean, right? Like that's some Aizen level shit. And they literally look like the same guy, wearing his specs and all that kind of stuff. Imagine Welt takes off his specs and he's actually Aizen. That'll be insane. We'll see how the story develops. Still got a long time to go. He said she could help. Yeah. Is it worth to pull for Luocha? For DPS, what are you for? Even though I have both, I don't know. But ooh, okay. Joseon Zheng. If you have both Bailu and Japard, I can't say that I recommend pulling for Luocha because they are really doing what they're doing. And if you were to pull Luocha, I feel that eventually one day you have to bench either Bailu or Japard eventually, because there's way too many sustains on the team, because Japard is the shielder, Luocha is the healer, and all that kind of stuff. Unless if you play Yanqing, then you can still pair Japard with Yanqing. But Bailu is just like, Luocha just does everything that Bailu does, but even better, right? So if you're okay with benching Bailu or Natasha in the future, then feel go ahead and pull. But personally, for me, I don't really want to bench a unit as much as I can. Right? Like for example, very good example actually. Since we're in this topic, right? In my journey of pulling for Silver Wolf, for some of my old viewers who have seen my previous videos, I've shown my pity at the top over here. In my journey of pulling for E2 Silver Wolf, I managed to get 2 copies of Yanqing. So my Yanqing is E1, and I told myself, shit, this is an E1 unit, and if I were to pull for Jingliu next time, right, the next Han DPS, then why ever still use Yanqing again? Very unlikely, right? Because usually rate up units are just like usually so much better than non-rate up units, than the standard pull units, as essentially what I'm saying. So because of that, I'm gonna be actually probably skipping Jingliu just to make sure that my Yanqing isn't going to waste. Because remember, I spent money on this on that freaking banner, and I managed to get 2 copies of it. So if I were to go and get Jingliu again, right, I'm essentially wasting that 2 Yanqings that I've gotten from the unit, and that just doesn't sit very well with me, especially because I've literally spent it. It's like you bought a plate of steak, but suddenly you saw a lobster and you decided to throw a steak away, right? But the steak still tastes good, right? It's what I'm saying. So I don't really like the idea of pulling for units when you already have a serviceable unit in that sense. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. How would you say her name? The pink hair girl that wants Jing's job. Fu Xuan. Okay, her Chinese name is called Fu Xuan. Her English name, I don't really, I guess you call it Fu Xuan or Fu Xuan or Fu Xuan or whatever. But her Chinese name is called Fu Xuan. So yeah. Jingliu is destruction though. Okay, yeah, even though Jingliu is destruction, right? But the thing is, they're both kind of like main DPS roles. Unless you tell me that Jingliu can function as a sub DPS where she just uses her auto attack all this kind of stuff, then maybe I can run like a main DPS Yanqing and sub DPS Jingliu. If that's the case, then I don't mind still pulling. But from what I feel that Jingliu is somebody that she needs all the support she can get. She wants all the support to give her all the buffs. She wants to spend all her skill points, all that kind of stuff. Again, to Transcendence form, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's a little bit hard to try and fit Yanqing and Jingliu in the same comp. But if you tell me that they can fit in the same comp, then okay, you know what? I'm gonna get Jingliu, because you know Jingliu, just like Kafka, she is Malby material, and yeah, that's that. Yo, Shadow Hachi, should you pull for Luocha? You have E2 Bailu with best in slot time waits for no one. Natasha E0. Okay, I mean at this point you already have an E2 Bailu, so you have to ask yourself, if you pull for a Luocha, right, you probably don't want to bench your E2 Bailu. Not E2, but E2 Bailu. So in that situation, if you're okay with benching Natasha, right, benching your Natasha, I'm not sure how much you've invested in Natasha, but if you're okay with benching Natasha, then I think you can still go ahead and pull Luocha, right? So yeah, that's it. Alright, Lupion with the... Lupion is clearly a Lornet. If there's enough players here that actually, in the chat, that actually knows a lot about lore, right, I might just make a lore rule for the people in Discord, so that you guys can talk about the lore stuff. Because honestly, it's quite interesting to read. But anyways, Lupion with... Oh my god, I forgot to show you guys the freaking thing again. Oh my god. Oh my god. And now I can't quit because it doesn't let me quit. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just show you guys next time. Oh my god, I've said this so many times. I said I'll show you guys next time, but it's always next time, and I just keep forgetting. Anyways, basically in Honkai Impact 3, there's two realms called the Sea of Quanta and the Imaginary Tree. The Imaginary Tree creates worlds within them Honkai seeds. The more advanced the civilization is, the more destructive and powerful Honkai monsters. One the world destroyed is recycled the Sea of Quanta. Ooh. So it's kind of like the whole like you know, like the yin yang type of thing. Like you create and destroy life and death, like in a cycle. Okay. Interesting lore. How do destruction units fit into the meta? I think generally speaking, they will fit better if we get some sort of content that tailors to them, right? Because right now the only destruction unit we have is Clara, Hook, as well as Arlen, right? And all these destruction units, one thing they have in common is they're not exactly Hunt, in the sense where they are innately more tanky than Hunt units, and they also do some sort of AoE, right? They usually all have some sort of AoE. Like Hook, she has an AoE. Clara, she can hit multiple enemies at once. And Arlen, just Arlen. But I don't know anything about Arlen, so I'm not going to talk about Arlen. So yeah, I think generally speaking, if we have a content that that calls for this kind of like how do I say this? Content that requires destruction units, then destruction units can have a rise. Like for example, okay, one very good example, Hook and Arlen, they're not seeing as much use because there's very little stages where you can use Hook and Arlen. So for example, MOC 9, Kokolia, she's weak to fire. But even though she's weak to fire, she's also weak to quantum. And everybody and their moms have like silly rates, right? So that's why Hook has very, very little popularity when it comes to this kind of like fire-related content. Whereas for Clara is actually increasing popularity because not a lot of players have Weld, right? Weld is still like a standard poop unit, and if you didn't manage to get Weld, then you don't have an imaginary carry for Kafka. And Kafka's only other two elements is wind and physical. And there so far hasn't been a wind 5-star DPS, and the only physical 5-star DPS we have is Clara. And Clara is honestly performing exceptionally well in against Kafka in MOC. So that's why if a content comes up where they can use their talents against the right weaknesses, then I think Destruction Unit is gonna perform just fine. It's just unfortunately for Hook and of course Arlen, there just isn't much things for them to use in where something that Hunt and Erudition units can really do. Right. So yeah, so that's my take on the whole thing. Let me just get this real quick. Yo, Hiyazubaru, do you allow click talks in the chat? Unfortunately, I wouldn't really want leak talks because the thing is, I'm actually part of the MiHoYo content creators program. Like, I'm part of the HoYo creators kind of thing, right? So they are definitely gonna notice if my channel talks a lot about leak contents. And you know, MiHoYo, if you guys like, even I don't play Genshin, and I know how freaking serious MiHoYo is when it comes to dealing with leakers, right? So I really don't want like a lawsuit coming in my doorstep, all that kind of stuff. So please keep leaked contents to your private Discords, private DMs, whatever kind of stuff. Even in my own Poke's Village, right? I also don't really allow leaked content there. I do have a little bit of leeway. Like if you just speak about their names, like purely their names, no mention of their kids or whatever, then I'm still okay with that. But really, I try to stay away from leak talks. Yeah. Give me a second, yeah. in between Hunt and Erudition while having high. Yeah, pretty much. They have AoE, they have second damage while I have high HP, pretty much. Wait for Imaginary Dunheng if you want destructive DPS. Yeah, honestly, Dunheng just looks like, if there is any carry in the game or in the foreseeable future that has a chance of out damaging Sealer, right, it's gonna be Dunheng. Like honestly. So yeah, really looking forward to Dunheng. Really. Hook is literally a decent 4-star. Yeah, you know, before I even put for Sealer, right, because when I started playing Honkai Star Rail, I actually had the intention of going full free to play, because I thought to myself, wait, this game has no PvP, why would I even spend money on this game? So I was going to go full free to play and just don't pull on Gacha. So before I put for Sealer, I was fully prepared to just invest my Hook and let Hook be my carry. And that is why I have a lot of these like fire dungeon pieces lying around, because I was actually hunting for Hook's gears, not Welt. Back then. So just a little interesting story of how Hook is technically like the first unit I properly raised, just to be benched shortly after, because you know what, I couldn't take it. I just wanted to see Sealer absolutely destroying everybody. So yeah, that is that. Dunheng, yeah, not the Wind Dunheng, the Imaginary Dunheng in the future. It is coming after Fusion's patch, basically. Daniel. Yo, Daniel. Actually, that's a pretty nice name. Daniel. Okay. Huge. Okay, Sire Bacon. I'm in a situation where I reached soft pity with no extra fish, and I wonder if I should continue getting Luocha or wait until the next banner announcement. You're low spender at 5. Honestly, if you're a low spender, right, you're really in no position to try to get an upgrade to a unit that you currently have. Right? If you have Bailu, it really would just be in your best interest to just stay away from units that can do Bailu's job better. Like even though Luocha is like a better healer than Bailu in that sense, but really it's gonna be really taxing on Jade income, and I would just highly advise you only pulling units that serve a certain niche. Alright, so what do I mean by this? If you guys watch my CN pulling insights, I'm glad that I made a video really early, right? Because even up to this day, I think that video is pretty much accurate. If you want, especially for free to plays or low spenders, we don't have an infinite water, right? The only unit out of the 4 units that's coming, which is Silver Wolf, Luocha, Kafka, and Blade, right? The only unit that has a niche that can't really be replaced is Silver Wolf. And that's why I recommend people in the final summary section, if you want a unit that's future-proof, go and pull Silver Wolf. Like all other units, eventually, they can get a replacement somewhere down the line, which is especially important for free to plays and low spenders. That's why, if you guys watch my videos, all that kind of stuff, you will know I'm really all for pulling Silver Wolf and just saving for other units, basically. Jingliu will kill all your team. I mean, yeah, Jingliu will do damage to your team, but you got Luocha, right? So that's the poggers mentality. Is Jingliu actually blind or she's covering her eyes? I've actually that's a very good question. I have no idea. I think she's blind, but she does uncover her blindfold at some point of time. So yeah, I have no idea. Physical MC is also a 5-star. Physical MC, bruh. Quit playing, bruh. I'm not spoiling this, but are you aware of future units and their kits? Yeah, I am aware of future units and their kits, basically. But I don't really talk about it. I don't really talk about it with anyone, but it's really just strictly for like my own consumption. Like I basically get a rough idea of what they do. And yeah, pretty much. Hook is really good just winning A6, huge space. Do you think it's inefficient to grind relics at Trailblazer level 50? Yeah, like, yo, the source got 2311. If you're thinking of grinding relics at level freaking 46, please stop. Because at least wait until level 50, right, where you have a chance to get 2 golden drops. Alright, because level 40 you are basically 100% guaranteed to get 1 golden drops, and you can't get 2, right? So at least if you want to farm relics, go until level 50. But even at level 50, I would advise you to just only farm for the main stats, and then just go ahead and farm for the tracers, your credits, your experience, all that kind of stuff, right? Relic should really only be a lot more developed or focused in farming in level 60 onwards. So yeah, that's it. Kind of want Luocha because you accidentally got his Lycon. How do you accidentally got his Lycon? Why would you ever pull in a Lycon panel? What are you trying to pull for? Huh? Good night and sleep well? Yo, insane. To be fair, leaks help free to play players decide if they should save or not. Okay, yeah. In fact, that is true. It does help free to play decide if they should spend or not. But the reason why leaks is such a sensitive topic, right, is because it basically hurts MiHoYo's revenue, right? As a company, as a gacha game company, their revenue depends on players topping up and buying the Stellar Jades in the event that they don't have enough to pull for the unit that they want, right? That's why leaks, as much as possible, these kind of gacha games try to stop leaks so that people don't know what's coming, and if people don't know what's coming, and if suddenly the unit they release is good, and players already have done all their J's, then they'll be forced to spend money, right? And that's why, if people know the future banner and what the unit is going to be, like for example, if you know the next 10 units are all going to be useless, right? Then you're never going to spend like a single Jade on the next 10 units. But the 11th unit is freaking OP, so you'll just save every single one of your Jade for the 11th unit. Now imagine compared to no leaks, you have no idea when the 11th unit is coming. So you might look at this and oh my god, this unit looks not bad, and he looks pretty well. He does a job pretty decently, so I'm gonna pull for him. And then before you know it, you are running out of Jade, and the freaking next unit after that unit is like the 11th unit. So that's why I say leaks would affect MiHoYo's bottom line, and I can also understand why, as a company, they would want to prevent people stop from talking about leaks. Funny how Fushiri gets bullet away from her, but you can see her hit, she does the exact opposite. Actually, yeah, facts. She's a taunter. I accidentally swiped my credit card in this game. Yo, insane. Imagine accidentally swiping. Insane. You accidentally got the light cone because you forgot to switch. Oh, you forgot to switch banners. Okay, but yeah, S5 Duns and S5 Goodnight. Yeah, they're very, very good 4-star light cones to have. So yeah, it's pretty decent. I saw a guy implying that QQ can clear all MOC even on E0. E4 is a massive investment. E0, I would love to see that E0 QQ's Relic. Because honestly, the Eidolon is not the most important thing. The most important thing is the Relics. If your Relic has 3000 attack, 70% crit chance, and like 200% crit damage, right? You honestly can just clear anything with any unit. Freaking E0, 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, you can clear it with the right Relic. So the guy with E0 QQ that can clear all the way up to MOC 10 probably spent a ton of stamina on Relics, basically. Yo, Dead in My Darkness, thanks for the follow, Huge. Let me see. Why do people find sword play so good? I think it's overrated. The reason why sword play is so good is because the amount of damage percentage stack you can gain from 5 stacks, right, is the highest out of any hunt light codes, or rather most light codes in the game. It's an like an unconditional, permanent damage percentage gain, as long as you don't switch enemy. And since the hardest content for MOC right now is bosses, right, it is very unlikely that you actually switch enemies against them, unless they summon mobs. But there are very little, for example, like Kafka, right, she doesn't summon any mobs. And Cocolia, she only has that one mob at the start, and sometimes she summons the ice pillars, but even if you run sword play on Silly, she gains sword play like super. Okay, yeah, and that's another thing that's good about sword play, is even if you lose your stacks by changing your target, most hunt units, they hit the target like repeated times, right? Like for example, Silly, her E does 4 hits. So instantly after 1 E, sword play is already at 4 stacks. So it's really easy to stack sword play as well. It's not that difficult, and that's why I think sword play is a pretty good item to have. Yeah, the amount of league contents is honestly insane, and I mean, as a player, I see it. I mean, it's really all over the place. It's like you will be blind to not see the content being shot in. It's really everywhere. But as a content creator, I unfortunately just can't really talk about it like really. As much as I would love to, but I just really just can't do it. Feel free to just talk about it in like your private friends, Discord, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure a lot of people know this kind of stuff. So yeah. Are you Darth Vader? Cause maybe I want your first video. Dead in My Darkness. Calm down, bro. Let me. How useful is QQ at E6? If you have not built Silly and you're lacking a quantum DPS, E6 QQ is ridiculous amount of damage. I can tell you this right now. It's really ridiculous amount of damage. Just give her the same gear that you would give Silly and just watch her do like so much. Really. What's the best platform to see a player's build? Okay, Saiku Des. I'm glad you asked this question because in my Discord server, I actually bought this bot. I paid money to buy this bot to have it implemented on the server, so I can give this quality of life to like my villagers, right? Essentially, it's called Weld Bot, where essentially all you have to do is to link your account with my server, which is Poke's Village, and you can instantly see any player's unit as long as they have linked, right? Any player's unit, any profile, whatever, really, really good to have. So if you want to see one of this platform to see a player's build, feel free to come by to Poke's Village. We'll be happy to have you there. Also, out of all people, Zavrok freaking grabbed my Silly. This is not ideal. Hold on. I'm really scared I lose this again. Give me a second. Because sometimes the AI just doesn't want to behave. I think I break with Zero Wolf so that he doesn't do damage to my Silly. I really don't want him to take any damage at this point. Okay, fantastic. I want to buff her so that if she kills the hand here, then I can cast her out. Fantastic. Ooh, fantastic. Fantastic. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I think this should die. 1% HP! You're... Okay, wait, never mind, he got frozen. Okay, never mind. It's all good. Oh, that was a little bit L. Okay, but anyways. She's inconsistent but not really lots of way to manipulate it, yeah. That's actually one of the content that I was gonna do for QQ. Tau probability. I think you guys will really like the content that I'm gonna put out on QQ. It's the way I present the content, right? Okay, I don't want to like toot my own horn or blow myself up, but I think it's presented in a way that I've never presented in my channel before. So that will be the next video that's coming up. It's gonna be on QQ, and you guys will see how players can actually manipulate the cards. And I explain it in a very interesting way. Never before seen this channel. So stay tuned to that. Okay, but anyways, this is the part where I want to say different similar roles have different farming efficiency, right? So for example, role 6, your enemies in role 6 is a level 90 Crocodile boss and 4 level 84 elite bosses, right? So any of these 4, 2 will be chosen at random, right? So this is gonna be for World 6. Same as World 5. Your World 5 boss is also the same. You're gonna fight Kafka, level 90, and then you're gonna be fighting level 84 bosses here as well, right? So level 84 here. But if you go to World 4, you can see that the boss has a level 87 horse. This level 87 horse actually gives you more loot than the level 84 mobs. And that's why I say if you farm Zavrok, sometimes when you get this horse, you actually can get higher credits and whatever kind of stuff than the other similar wolves. And I think this is also the same for World 3, which is the Japart boss. If I'm not wrong, he also has a level 80, yeah, he also has a level 87 mob here. So the amount of loot you get from Simulated Universe depends on the level of mods you're facing, right? So World 3 and World 4, they have this higher level elite boss, so there's a chance for you to actually farm more credits. Wait, I think I saw something. Give me a moment. Okay, yeah, correct, yeah. So yeah, that's why I found World 4 exclusively. Technically, World 3 is exactly the same, but World 3 takes a little bit longer, just because Japart can stall for so long. So I like to fight World 4. But actually, now that I consider, maybe World 3 can be a little bit more consistent, right? Because they're all weak to the bosses here. This fella is weak to Quantum. This fella is weak to Imaginary, so Luocha is gonna be there. So if you were to play this comp, if you were to take out Bronya for Tingyun, right, then Zero Wolf will 100% mark Quantum weakness, which could be ideal. Okay, you know what? Let's try World 3. You know, let's try World 3 and see how it goes. Wait, I picked the wrong unit. Oh my god, I picked the wrong unit. I actually picked the wrong unit. Yo, Nivlek, dude, thanks for the follow. Huge. Okay, but I actually picked the wrong unit though. Weld Sile Bronya Luocha. How am I gonna use my skill points? Okay, I'm just gonna let AI do its thing, yeah. But this is definitely the wrong comp. Anyways. Yeah, putting on the banner to get QQ E6 because it's crazy as E6, yeah. Dude, my QQ is only an E3, but I've already got Luocha and I got E5 Yukong, so I'm just gonna wait for the next one. QQ is base AF, blah, run Sile, Luocha. Sile Zero Wolf belt Luocha and she killed him before he killed himself. Oh really? Hard stuck spam kick W. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see if this team works out. Hopefully it does. If it does, then that's good. Oh wait, I'm not. It's not. I need to switch what? Okay, I need to switch Bronya for Silver Wolf, right? Okay, I'm gonna switch Bronya for Silver Wolf and hope that it works out then. Hope that it works out. Hope that it works out. Let's get this. Yo, Black. Thanks for putting out all the great content. Help me as a better player. Yo, glad you appreciate it, man. Welcome to Poke's Village. If you want more help anytime, feel free to just hop onto the Discord. There's a lot of helpful players in there, and yeah, welcome to the village. Glad to have you here. Difficulty 5, so might not want difficulty 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can limit test this stream. I don't mind limit testing. I think we still can farm some loots, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we can just find some later on. Let's see. Hope they reward free tempo in 1v2. I think they probably will. At least a tempo, right? Like, I know MiHoYo is stingy, but they should give at least a tempo in 1v2, right? Because if they don't, that's a little bit L. Am I gonna pull for Blade? Nah, I'm not gonna pull for Blade. I don't even care if Blade can like cure cancer or do my taxes or do my homework. I don't care for Blade because I have way too many units that I want to raise and I have not enough stamina to raise them. So definitely not pulling for Blade. I'm still gonna do CN unit analysis for Blade though. I'm just gonna go find CN bros and what they have, but yep, unfortunately not gonna pull for Blade. Will I make CN unit analysis of QQ? Yes, the source code 2311. She is my next CN unit analysis actually. But it's gonna take some time, especially because I'm trying to balance out the amount of content I can do while still focusing on streaming and all that kind of stuff. But yes, stay tuned. The next CN unit analysis is going to be on QQ, right? So for those of you guys who are here today, yeah, you'll know basically. Perhaps a dumb question. Yo, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So feel free to ask it. Worry Luocha's healing is not enough against boss AoE damage against us. It will depend. Personally for me, I haven't really found an issue where Luocha's healing isn't doing enough for me. In MOC, right? In MOC at least, when I'm doing manual. We're not gonna talk about all the times I failed in Simulator Universe because they're literally on full auto, so sometimes he's gonna be throwing his skills all over the place. But generally speaking, I find his healing to be quite sufficient, especially if you have at least like 2000 attack on Luocha. With like maybe 120 speed for him to be able to keep out the enemy. His heals honestly can sustain the entire team, right? Because his field heals AoE, his E is like an insane burst heal, and the target hitting and your unit hitting the target during the field is also going to be a heal. So a lot of heals, and I think most of the time it's going to be sufficient. Yeah. Use Luocha, Clara, Tingyun, Seal, go for World 3, play other games. Clara, Tingyun, Seal. Okay, unfortunately I don't have Clara, but let's just see if we can full auto this thing, yeah. Because so far it has been not bad. We're gonna take up the suggestion provided by Hard Stuck Spam Kick W. Gonna swap out Bronya for Silver Wolf later and see how good this comp is. Cause I haven't tried it just yet. Bro, you should try Well Done Hing, Silver Wolf, Asta on the World 5 enemies. Will be so slow that... Oh, the thing is, I don't want to do World 5 because, like I mentioned just now, World 3 and World 4 gives you a chance to get higher loot, right? And because I'm just that much of a min maxer, I want to just get that higher loot out of the way. So it's always gonna be World 3 or World 4 for me, at least. Wait, give me a second. Let me reply my friends real quick. Oh man. Who needs Blade when the wind dying? Honestly, facts. Who needs Blade? It's not even like it's not even like Dunhin is bad. Like Wind Dunhin is honestly wait. Is this right? Yeah. It's not even like Wind Dunhin is bad, right? At E6 Wind Dunhin, honestly he does respectable damage, and there's already people doing like freaking 100k, 150k with Dunhin himself. So yeah, I really just don't see a need pulling for Blade, honestly. I'm just gonna raise my main boy Dun. Anyways, where the hell is my Silver Wolf? Okay, it's here. Okay, let's quick set up this and hope this comp works, yeah? Not gonna buy Herta because I can. See how fast we can limit test this team. If you enjoy the combat, I recommend Trail Series and Autopath. Unfortunately, I'm just at a stage of my life where I don't really have that much time to play that much games while still making content for Star Rails. So, for the most part, I'm not gonna be playing additional games. So, yeah, it is what it is, you know. There's only that much time that we have that I can spare. Am I the only one that doesn't build Wind Cup? Yo, these nuts! You're not the only one. Because I'm exactly like you. I have not built a single wind carry. Okay, I mean technically the only wind carry we have is Dunheng. But yeah, I basically left him and I'm functioning perfectly fine because most of the bases are covered by like your lightning, fire, lightning, quantum, and imaginary, right? And physical. So yeah, I completely fine with lack of wind. And not to mention, like I said, Giga Chat, Silver Wolf, there to implant your weakness at your service. So this reduces the need for coverage even more. Also, Vic the man, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Poke's Village. Huge. Give me a sec, yeah? Okay. I'm shivering in not getting Bronya and getting Pailu instead after pulling for Luocha. Okay, I think if you don't have Bronya, it's not the end of the world because at least after 300 pulls you can still get her. So lacking a standard unit is really not the end of the world. So it's not that bad. You're just gonna get her at a slower pace than most other players. 1.2 is such a skip, 1.3 needs to come faster. Honestly, facts. Blade is such a skip, but Kafka is... Good stuff. Okay, actually now that we're at this point, right, I think if you don't pull for an E6 unit, like ever, it's not like super incredibly insanely expensive, in my opinion anyways. Because I think with the free-to-play income, you probably get like 30 or 40 pulls per patch. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think you get 30 or 40 pulls per patch or per month, I can't remember. So you really just need to have that 30 or 40 pulls extra to get a soft PT, right? So assuming that you just want an E0, and you don't get every single E0 of course, it's quite okay. Honestly I'm just coping over here, but as long as you don't get E0, it is not that insane in my opinion. Yeah, Mami Kafka is beast. For real. Luckily, she's actually a character that's like playable, you know. Like not as in like, she's definitely playable. But she has a character that has the potential to be future-proof, because like I mentioned a lot of times, she's like the foundation for all dot coms, right? So next time you're gonna play DOT, I think Kafka is always gonna be on your team. So for that alone, I think she's a pretty safe pool at E0 especially. Ton character, blah blah blah. Kafka is cool, we heard it here first. Okay, whoa, we got a Kafka hater in the chat. It will be like that. Yeah, X-Death bro, there is never a shoot. Especially if you have Pailu and Natasha, right? It's not a shoot because technically Pailu and Natasha covers your healing for both sides. But if you find the side with Natasha to be lacking, especially because you have not enough strong relics, then yeah, feel free to go ahead and pull, if within your means, of course, within your means. Don't pull a unit just for MOC, because it costs a ton of jades to pull for MOC, right? So yeah, always pull within your means. Okay, let's see how this comp does against Japard. Luocha field, Welt field, Silver Wolf E. Okay, let's see. Okay, full auto, no nothing, no upgrades from Herta, no nothing, and we're just gonna see how this does. Believe Kafka will be pretty good. If no one built any dot servo, it's gonna be a pain. What is the game like this? Pick low tier characters. Maybe they'll get a buff. I don't know. Wonder if Blade is like our high tier or some skin people built Tingyun. Oh my god. I wish I knew. Message from all the Blade enjoyers. Blade better. Okay. There was a huge difference between Blade and out there where Blade is good, what do you mean? You can carry the healer, which makes him basically immortal, and oh my goodness! Almost 100,000 on the E. Insane. But we're completely out of skill points. that was my issue with this comp. It looks very skill point heavy. Especially because the AI doesn't know how to balance it out. Okay, my team looks really low. This looks fine. Okay, nah, we're good. Kafka Shenpu combo. I can't be bothered building Sampo, man. I hated his character. Like, I did read a bit of the story, and he's just a sleazy little bugger, you know. Sleazy man, con artist kind of stuff. Really, just I don't vibe with his. I don't vibe with him. So, yeah, I don't really want to build him if I can. Yo, Paradox, thanks for the sub. Welcome. How long have we been streaming actually? 3 hours and 18 minutes. Not bad. Okay, heal well, and then we do an ultimate to go back. I feel like we can't full auto, not gonna lie. Can we full auto? Okay, maybe we can full auto. So far it looks not that bad. There hasn't been a situation where like anybody died yet, so that's always good. And oh my god, Will just does so much. I might just take out Silver Wolf. I might just take out Sile and give Will like Tingyun or something, just for him to like buff him to high. Wait. My Sile is dying. My Sile is almost dying. Okay, never mind, we're good. Okay, that was a little bit scary. Okay, wait, I don't think I can auto this. Wait, I'm actually a little bit scared. Like, it's actually losable. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. Your Welt is so... If you don't have Welt here, it's already over. Oh my god, Welt! Sorry, not Welt, Luocha. If we don't have Luocha here, this run is completely over. Like, it's completely 1000 million% over. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's still really scary. Oh, wow, okay, it's really scary. Honestly, if we had like worse artifacts or like the curios, all that kind of stuff, if we had worse, right, I think we probably would have lost. Because my Sile did to like red health, my Welt did to red health, my Silver did to red health, but it's like by the good graces of RNG and of course all the timings and that kind of stuff, we managed to actually pull this one off. I have no idea how. I think Sile is just way too skill point intensive. It would be better if we just give Welt as a solo carry and change out Sile for like Bronya or Tingyun for like more supports to Welt. I don't know. Okay, this looks good. Okay, I think we've got this part. Yeah, that was really close. We almost actually lost this. Insane. Man sleeps when the sun rises. Honestly, facts. Wait, what time is it now? 2 AM. Okay, the moment I don't think I can finish my Sim the Inverse runs, right? Like, if I'm still getting... Okay, I'm still getting... Oh my god. Okay, guys. I'll just do... Let's just do one last round of Sim the Universe, and and we'll call your day. It's been a pretty eventful stream. One last run for the boys. Let me just try this comp where I do Bronya and Silver Wolf. Right? Or maybe not Bronya, maybe Tingyun. Oh, but Tingyun's AI is so bad in this game. Like, it's actually so bad. What's my Relics on? Oh my god, this Relics is atrocious, by the way. Oh man. Do I run Yukong? Yo, wait. Triple Imaginary plus Silver Wolf. Yo, this might actually be a legit comp. Am I speed tuned? 109? That's a little slow. So it's gonna be Yukong buffs Silver Wolf and Welt, right? Because 109 will stick to 140 and 131. So Luocha doesn't get a buff. Okay, I think this is fine. Slow Yukong will buff this too, unless and these two guys, they don't really have a lot of like speed manipulation that much. Like, we don't have any speed manipulation in this team. So if nothing goes wrong, if there's no CC or anything, it should always buff Silver Wolf and Welt. Right. Okay, I think this works. Yo, and we can make use of planetary. Yo, actually insane comp. Let's give this a shot. Hunt as always. Yeah, Tingyun's freaking AI needs to go, man. I don't know what the hell are the programmers thinking. Like, she just keeps spamming her E, even when one guy already has an E buff. Like get a grip, bruv. But yeah, Tingyun on auto is just cope AF. Or Harmony auto except after I bet. Yeah, honestly true. Let's just see how it goes. Okay. Okay, ideally I would have wanted to use her talent here so that my dudes actually get the buff, but I didn't use my talent, so that is dead. Okay, that looked pretty okay. Let's get the destruction one since it's attack. Hunt. Get this. Get this. Alright, we use our... Okay, so see, if we were to use our skill, we'll get a 2 stacks, and then it's gonna be Silver Wolf into Welt. Right, so we're perfectly speed tuned over here. And then she's gonna use a skill, and it's gonna go back to Silver Wolf and Welt. Right, so this is a speed tuned team comp essentially. Right, you'll always get Yukong's buff. So that's the gist of it. Of course, until we face into some weakness break efficiency. That's always a good one. Wait till you play Yukong here. Honestly, it's fine if you play Yukong on auto, because as long as you speed tune her for like at least the first 3 turns, right, she's more or less gonna be able to keep up the team. Maybe beyond 3 turns, there's like more like different factors, then Yukong is gonna face some issues, because by the team itself, like by this team itself, there's no one influencing anybody's speed or action value, right? Silver Wolf, Welt, and Luocha, they're always fixed. Yukong is also fixed. So it's always going to be Silver Wolf, Welt, Yukong, and Luocha, like permanently. It's always going to be Silver Wolf, Welt, Luocha, and Yukong. Right? Then Yukong will buff Silver Wolf and Welt. So it will always stay like this until an external factor happens, right? So in full auto, especially in like this kind of mob situation or like elites that doesn't really do anything to you that much. For the most part, this comp is autoable at least. So yeah, let's continue. This is very different when you fight against enemy with CC though, like the MOC bosses with like all sorts of CC. Then speed tune is really kind of sus. Okay, shit, I forgot to use my thing here. It is what it is. Let's see if we can auto and kill the pigs here. I don't think we can. Okay, so far. I hope Silver Wolf used her auto here. Okay, she didn't. At least we killed one. Okay, we killed one. Okay, oh. But you can honestly do us not bad damage. Okay, 19,000. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we got 2 picks. Decent. Remembrance. This is kind of meh. Okay, we can do Abundance. Abundance is really good for our healing, right? Ooh, 2% chance to freeze. That's always good. We haven't gotten any freaking hunt buffs though. Might be a little bit concerning. Yeah, let's obtain a negative curio. This is all kind of mid. Okay, hunt, yeah, hunt is the one. Hopefully we can get our the Curio that randomizes shit. So okay, let's see. Oops. Yo, my name is Z. Thank you for the follow. Your name is Z. Welcome, welcome. Now let's see. Full auto. Silver Wolf hits the freaking minion as she should. Yukong use the auto. Ulti on the mob. 3000, not bad. Now all this time, our buff is still up because ultimates don't consume Yukong's buff. Right. So fantastic. Well, use his ult. Tons of damage. 100,000. Very nice. Implant weakness. And yeah, see, at this case, in this point, Yukong's buff is always obtained by both Belt and Silver Wolf. Right, so it's more or less speed 2. Right, and after Yukong's is gonna be Belt Silver again on some stuff. So yeah, for the most part, if you don't get CC'd, full auto with Yukong is honestly not the worst, as long as you speed tune her properly. So yeah, hope you guys witness firsthand on how important speed tuning is. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. And I guess another bonus benefit, she runs faster, right? So she gets the job done. Just do this. Bronya has the smartest AI in Harmony character, yeah. I think Bronya really has the smartest AI. I haven't seen the part where Bronya uses her skill on like a support or something. So definitely smartest AI, for sure, for sure. Can try run without healer and Path of Abundance, pretty okay. Okay, but the thing is, Path of Abundance, right, is so slow because it's a heal, and the heal don't do damage. Whereas Hunt, okay, really, right, the Hunt path is really the fastest path you can get. No other path other than the Hunt can help deal with, in terms of speed, basically. Let me just get this. They're both kind of bad. Let's get this. Yo, Pokey, first time catching you stream and want to say absolutely love your content. Yo, my name is Z. Thanks for the support, man. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, this is my first time streaming on YouTube, and I guess also this odd timing because usually I stream in the weekends, but I just wanted to test stream timing this kind of stream timing just to see what's up. But yeah, glad you enjoy. Welcome to Pokey's Village. As someone who E6 stuff, the deeper analysis is hella helpful. Yo, we got a somebody who identifies as a whale in the chat. Insane. Yo, 1 A-less, thanks for the sub. Huge. Never thought to use attack percentage op on E6 Hero Wolf. Yeah, I'm glad you managed to get some benefit out of that. Because, like, from what the viewers subscribe, right? If you really have E6 Hero Wolf, that's 100% damage percentage. And damage percentage is the same line as quantum damage. So at that point, you want to pivot into attack percentage. Yeah, so glad you can pick up on that. Very nice. I ever planned on making a unit ranking either before or after on unit analysis? I did have a thought. I have a thought on making a 1.1 meta analysis. Completely not based on CN or whatever, it's just my personal take on like the meta from what I played in the game. I have a thought on that. But the issue with this kind of like tier list or meta, right, is I think it is inevitable that as humans, we want our opinions to feel validated. And if we were to, especially if I were to post contents where when it comes to tier list, and tier list is, I think, is a very sensitive topic because it will always spark drama. Like, I shit you not, the moment it's a tier list video, right, there's definitely 1,000,000% there's gonna be drama like involved. No matter whether it is in the comments, is it someone thinks your tier list is rubbish, is it someone that doesn't agree, anything, there's always gonna be drama surrounding tier list because one man's trash is always another man's treasure, right? Because nobody is the game dev, nobody knows exactly how the game is gonna plan out. So somebody's experience is always gonna differ from another person's experience, even though they're using the same unit. So that's why I've been a little bit on the fence on making tier list videos just because how out of hand it might get if a lot of people bring up negativity with this kind of video, and I don't really want to get involved with drama. I'm really way too many things to do to get involved with drama. So that's why I've been holding it off and just want to do like more like guide-esque videos, because guide-esque videos you can't really debate, right? It's just the fact is facts. A does B, right? You can't say that A does C, right? It's just facts. But tier list is always subjective to a certain extent. Maybe some tier lists, like for example, Sile is T0, Silver Wolf is T0, and this kind of stuff people can generally understand. But if you want to compare like let's just say, how do I compare? If you want to compare like Dunheng versus Shu Sheng, right? 2 4-star, 2 Han units, who is better? It's very hard to say, honestly. So whichever answer I say that is the better unit, the other side is just gonna throw pitchforks at me, right? So yeah, that's why I didn't really want to get into tier list that much. Is it cruel for Dunheng to put him in the same team as Blade? I think it's fine because Dunheng can honestly be a sub DPS. You can just auto attack him once, with Dunheng once, and then use his skill once, right? So he can be skill point neutral if you want him to, definitely. Marquis, yo, Anna, stop cosplaying as a random man. Freaking Anna. Just saying, Marquis Kurisu is the biggest whale I've ever seen because this fella has E6 Clara. I shit you not. If you come by Poke's village and check out her profile card, right, she has a freaking E6 Clara. So don't try to fool the nice little people in the chat here. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Hermangzio. I'm struggling. Oh my god, people actually got baited. Good job, Anna. You actually baited the chat. Yo, Guelia Bosley, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Damage wise, Daniel always wins. Gameplay wise, I prefer Cockgirl. True. Tier list is basically how much each person views characters. Of course, it's gonna be different and do be fight over things, and that shouldn't be too involved. Tier list hurts Herta mains every time. Honestly, facts. Yeah, honestly, this is facts. Herta mains. Okay, but have you guys seen a video? It's by the CN builds, right? Okay, technically, the guy's Herta is absolutely geared out of this world. I think it was like 80% crit chance, 200% crit damage, like 3000 attack. Like, it's an insane Herta. He managed to use that Herta to clear MOC 10, right? But of course, keeping in mind the amount of investments the fella made into Herta is like out of this world, right? So this once again goes back to the point of if you want to make a unit work, any unit can work as long as you have the relic, right? It really doesn't matter what unit you have; that they can always work if you want them to work. Essentially, is what I'm getting at. Alright, let's see. I think I should follow this just fine. Hopefully, just fine. Your build does insane damage. What is his build? My build is just the typical DPS build, right? Full imaginary, crit chance, speed boots, try to find the crit damage subs, and S5 good night. Super typical DPS build. Nothing too special about it. Biggest problem right now is MOC 6 deer. I don't have an imaginary unit and can't kill all the plants fast enough. Not the deer. I think we get QQ since all of it. Yup. If you are facing problems with MOC 6, the deer, and you don't have Sile to kill the 3 branches, then QQ is going to be an excellent choice for MOC deer because she does AoE. And if your QQ is strong enough, she can basically just keep hitting the deer while the branches just slowly die off by themselves. Right. Wait, give me 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're actually good. It's fine. If you put Kafka and Server on the same team, do both of them apply a different shock to the enemy? I think they do apply a different shock. They're considered different shocks. Because if you do apply the same shock, then nobody's ever going to build Kafka ever again, right? And I don't think MiHoYo wants that. So yeah, it is definitely a different shock. But I might stand corrected once Kafka releases, because nothing is for certain until the unit's kit actually comes out, right? So stay tuned until she comes out. Luocha overrated, I feel he needs to... Nah, Luocha is super not overrated. He scales so well with health and attack that like you really just only need the base stats for him. Like you don't need to run anything else. Like even if he's a little bit slow, right? He heals so much. Like from his field healing, from his passive healing, like she just heals so much that he's really not that much of a stat hungry unit, in my opinion anyways. How much EHR does Silver Wolf need? Yo, PU, please kindly check out my video on EHR, or rather CN unit analysis on Silver Wolf. I think it's my very second CN unit analysis, so it can be... Wait, let me see if I die here. Okay, nah, I think I'm good, right? Yeah, okay, I'm good. Yeah, it's my very second video on CN unit analysis. I basically go through how much EHR Silver Wolf needs. But if you do have time, TLDR, E0 Silver Wolf requires 96% EHR to hit weakness imply 100% accuracy, whereas for... Oh my god, my econ just died. Wait, guys. The time for pinch shielding is over. The time for pinch shielding is over. Wait. Yeah, I actually need to use a little bit of brain here. Give me a second. Okay. Let me just out. I can't really afford to use skill points anymore at this point. Okay, heal. Trigger the field. Okay. It's fine. We still heal by quite a bit. Right. Fantastic. Let's auto attack. I don't want to use my ultimate just yet. Whatever, but hit here doesn't really matter that much. Because we're still 57%. Okay, I need to out here. Yo, please don't let me end the stream with a loss. Like I'm too. It's freaking almost 3 AM. Just let me end the stream. Oh my god! Please. Oh my god! Okay, we're resetting. Oh my god, the Japat's face though. The Japat face. Okay. Oh my god. F. It just do be like that. Anyways. What did I want to say? As I was saying in PU, 96% for E0 and 47% for E2. Right, so TLDR, that's that. Do you think it's viable to speed to Yukon to healer? Yeah, I think it's viable. That point, I think it has been brought up by Grimo's code, right? Grimo's min-max code or something like that, where somebody basically said, if you were to tie Yukong speed to your healer, then she'll always stick with your healer and basically buff anyone else, right? So at least she'll buff the main DPS minimally. Yeah, I think it's definitely viable. But firstly, let me just do this a little bit. Yo, Max Richard 2706, thanks for the follow. Huge. Vongo Blackstar 23, thanks for the follow. Unfortunately that you guys had to see my abysmal failure just now, but it just do be like that, you know. The best, it happens to the best of us when the AI just wants to not work. But I'm just gonna manual this so that at least until the last stage, right, where we're out of the difficulties, then we can be pretty safe about it. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's kill the mobs here. Just kill all this. Fantastic. Don't need the mark weakness. Just auto attack here. Use a skill. Support. Okay, my speed tuning is a little screwed up now. My Silv is not getting the buff, but I think it's still fine. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Heal. Trigger the field. Don't really need to use ultimate just yet. Okay, actually now I can use it. Do I want to implant weakness? Yeah, why not? Because I can do the defense down. Let me do this so that I can do this, and then I can do this. Alright, so now Silver Wolf's out will gain Yukong's buff. Very nice, very nice. And then now we can actually hit this, and now Well can hit his out. Alright, let's see how much damage this bad boy can do. Insane! 255,000. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I think we should be pretty safe here, right? I don't think we should face an issue here. Okay, wait, Silver Wolf might actually die. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. We're actually not out of the woods yet. Oh my god, why is he so problematic? Jesus. Okay. What the hell? Oh my god! Wait, we had such a good start. Can I even still win this? I don't think I can anymore, right? Unless I break the shield, I don't think we can win anymore. Bro, there's like no way. Oh my god, why must Seal die just now, man? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, this. Oh man, can this break, please? 5% HP, oh my god. Okay, no, this breaks. Wait, this breaks. Okay. I really can't afford to. I just have to hope that he doesn't kill. Oh my god, he aimed well. Okay, but at least got a heal off. Out. Okay. Oh my god. Now we can sustain here. We can still sustain. Because if we do this, our ult can deal a ton of damage. And this will heal our Luocha back. Okay, then we can break the part. Now we can use our ultimate. Do we want to use our skill? Yeah, let's use our skill. Winnable, honestly winnable, guys. It's honestly winnable. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat at all because I actually got quite engaged to this as you run. It's actually winnable. Just want to hit this once, right? Okay. Hit out here. Okay. Okay. Okay, that freeze was huge. Oh my god, thank god he didn't kill Luocha there. Out. Okay. We have to. Okay, we do this, we kill the goons, right? The goons dies. Okay. And then we just win. Yeah, we actually just win. Oh my god. Yo, we actually just won. Freaking massive. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Let me just go through the chat real quick. Yo, X-Deron. 3 months sub at T1. Yo, insane. Yo, thanks for the sub. Thanks for joining Poke Villagers. And I hope you enjoy your stay here. Yeah. Oh, that was actually more fun than MOC, honestly. That felt so good. Winning that just now. Insane. Yo, Firmly Grass, thanks for the follow. Insane. Huge. Yeah. Let me just see real quick, yeah. Wow. Can I ask for advice? Who 8 character in this pick? Wait, what pick? Do you send a pick anywhere? I don't think I can see it, right? Unless you send it in Discord. Then feel free to go to the Discord. Then I can help you there. Yeah, Max Richard, just go and ask in the Discord, and I think we have a lot of players that can help with a decision. Is Luocha E1? Nah, my Luocha is E0. I'm all E0. Silly cosplay stream 10k YouTube. I would much rather just cosplay Pom Pom, honestly. You know, like the buff Pom Pom that he does the shit. Yeah, I much rather just cosplay it. But yeah. Yo, official number 10. Let's see my streamer's motto after all. Good night. Time to go to bed. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed real soon. Really. Well, I'll be carrying again. Yo, all my doubters that thought my run failed. You guys underestimate my wealth, man. Man is a giga chat. Architects, what if we got a light cone that scales based off the enemy's field? If one enemy dealt, two enemies dealt 50%, this would be a really good. I'm really sure you make him become more broken. When the time comes, we'll try it. But I think Tingyun's light cone is just generally still a lot better because so far, most erudition units they always have some sort of like a follow-up attack, right? So, yeah. Yo, Exterior, love to see an SG content creator. Yo, support last year. Yo, thanks for the support. Yeah. I think, yeah, there's generally not just like Singapore, like for Star Rail, right? There's just not much SG content creators in general. I don't really see that much. I think the only other Singapore content creator that's doing Star Rail is EOD Gamer, right? He's the only other one. Everyone else is just like they're either Caucasians or Caucasians. They're pretty much just Caucasians. Yeah. Yes, Haris Mim. It is indeed 2:23 AM and I'm going to sleep real soon. Yo, official number 10. Yo, thanks for the prime sub. Huge. Yo, I still have no idea how hype train works, but okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna end the stream already, so maybe next stream we'll get the hype train, but we'll see what happens over there. Devlin Chow, for Tingyun, would you recommend attack body and sphere or just defensive system? Okay, Tingyun needs just one piece of attack percentage, means that, right? So that's gonna be on your sphere, right? Your sphere is gonna be attack percentage, your rope is ER, your boots is speed, and then your okay, either sphere or chest actually. Both of them, just one of them can be attack percentage, then the other one can just be HP percentage to keep her healthy. She doesn't need 2 attack percentage, means that's because you can get the rest from her substats alone, right? And why did Luocha not heal Silv just now? It's because my Luocha was unfortunately in cooldown, right? So Silv just passed away. Yep. Okay, I think we've pretty much got it. In which channel do you ask on advice? You can just ask in HSR questions. Basically, anything that is about HSR questions is just in HSR questions, right? Pretty self-explanatory. I did have a lot of like forums in the past, but I think people didn't really use it because it's quite specialized. So most of the questions now just get lumped into HSR questions. So feel free to check it out over there, right? Okay, I'm gonna be ending the stream. It's almost a 4-hour stream. Oh my god, insane. But okay, thanks for the support, guys. This is my first time doing it on OBS. I think it was pretty well streamed, I would say so myself. And I'll be streaming again this coming Saturday, where I'll be gonna be doing through all my subscribers, Twitch subscribers account review. I've already got a list, and we'll just take a look at how other people's account hold up, right? So yeah, thanks guys for coming, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.